freedom in the morning.
Caw. That's got to be one of the more exciting moments in life. Giving a mistress a gift. Hey, come over here. Give me a kiss.
Over here, it's the queen.
You're going to watch me piss.
Kind of makes my stomach hurt.
I feel like I've ruined my whole life. Is that what just happened? Yeah, we're live, dude.
Are we live?
We're in.
One time this is like maybe, my mom always packed my lunch, like until I graduated high school. I would always eat it like third period in class, just reaching in, bites of the sandwich. And
Before lunch?
Yeah, before lunch I always ate my sandwich.
Hungry. You get hungry early in the day. Mm-hmm. What'd you eat for breakfast?
I was I'd wake up, work out, and make an egg white omelet.
As a what, a 14-year-old?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I had battle ropes and everything. I'd wake up, do ropes in the driveway.
That's wild.
I'd make an egg white omelet and go to school.
Somebody
and eat
think your parents are making you do that.
Yeah.
Trying to live their bodybuilding dreams through you.
Yeah. And then one morning, my stepmom made
I had
my
chocolate-covered waffles.
Yeah. I was, for some reason, really scared of sugar. Because I was like, I just wanted to be jacked.
Sure.
And I was like, all right, that's what you do.
Battle ropes.
Battle ropes in the driveway.
Yeah.
I used to do them at midnight, too, when I got home from work and just be the loudest person on the block.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. But one time my stepmom packed my lunch, and I instinctively went to open my backpack and, like, opened whatever the lunchbox was, third period. She packed tilapia.
Ooh.
Immediately stunk up the class. Luckily, you could blame it on a girl back then because they didn't.
Right, that was a different time.
Yeah, bad hygiene, Jenny. And but it was
tilapia for a school meal.
just straight. I was like, what? It was so humiliating immediately.
Do you eat tilapia regularly?
No, I mean they would make fish for dinner. She just threw a fish in foil from last night.
Leftover.
Classic stepmom move. Not really make me a lunch. Just throw the fish from last night.
Not really trying to earn your love.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, we're back.
We're back. Yeah, I gave you the long cord today. How's it feel to be let off the leash a little bit?
Feels really good.
I've been how long is this? 2.5 feet?
Yeah,
I'm feeling like I'm a dog tied up in the backyard.
I've never noticed.
Just yipping.
Yeah. Just running around a pole.
Yeah.
I feel good.
You're a tetherball just hanging.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Come hit me around. Napoleon Dynamite me.
We had a tetherball in our school that got taken away because some idiot preschooler broke her pinky on it. Like she tried to hit it with her pink, and snapped her pinky in half, and then ruined the fun for everybody.
It's probably because some kid was doing it. Some more experienced
kid who drank a lot of milk.
Yeah,
his bones were fully formed.
He's like, Tiffany, you try.
Yeah.
No, your pinky.
Okay.
And then she broke her finger. He fled.
Right.
You know,
never to be seen.
She got blamed for something, just like Marie Antoinette.
Yeah. Well, before we get into Marie Antoinette, I did get rocked by a car yesterday.
Yeah. What happened?
Speaking of my strong bones. Yeah, I just got T-boned by this Porsche.
Oh, my God. And you're not going to try to get any money out of it?
Woo, that was a good one. Thanks, guys. Charles doesn't give me props enough, so I got to give them to myself.
Also, it's from multiple people when you give them to yourself.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's an audience. Yeah, dude, a Porsche just railed me. Well, I was going. It's a bad intersection, which is we'll factor in later to the story. But I'm going on this straightaway on like Schermerhorn. I'm biking to into Manhattan, but I'm still in Brooklyn. It's like a 2-lane local road, and I'm on the left lane, but that's where the bike lane is, like a 2-way bike lane.
Yeah.
So I'm going straight, and this guy in the Porsche is making a left turn, so he has to go through the bike lane. He has a green light. I have a green light as well. So it's just a bad situation that I didn't even notice. But I have like the green traffic bike light, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just biking, and this guy is turning into me. By the way, the Porsche has a full Hello Kitty wrapped decal job. Like the whole Porsche is pink and white Hello Kitty. So out of the corner of my eye, I just see like this huge cartoon cat just coming at me. And then he slams into me on the side. He's going like 15 miles an hour, and I just go up on the hood. I fall on the ground.
Oh, yeah. You smacked on the hood, and then...
I didn't. It was more like I kind of like rolled up on the hood and then slid to the ground.
Did you have any thoughts during?
Oh, fuck. You know, it's pretty basic stuff. Yeah, nothing earth-shattering.
Okay.
In terms of my...
Didn't have an epiphany of any kind?
No. That's what I got to be doing with my life. No.
This is better than mushrooms.
Yeah,
twice a year I go out, get hit by a car. Can I just reset?
Yeah, so then I'm just lying there.
Really?
Well, actually, no. My bike, I got up pretty quick, and the guy got out. You know, I'm trying to make it to a spot. I got a host. And see, I got to be there first. So I'm kind of more concerned with getting to my spot. But I get up and I have that adrenaline in me, so like nothing actually hurts. Like it hurt, but it doesn't.
You hurt yet?
It doesn't hurt yet.
Adrenaline postpones the hurt, postpones the pain.
Yeah, yeah. And there's this homeless guy who homeless dudes love just getting involved.
Yeah,
they love.
He came over.
Inserting himself.
They're like the lifeguards of the streets,
right?
But they're not certified to do anything.
Little whistle. Yeah.
Got a little white stuff on his nose.
He's like, hey, you fucked him up. He's like, you fucked that guy. And he was like, man, your bike's fucked up. I'm like, yeah, dude, I know.
It got hit by a car.
Yeah, as did I. And then the people come out of the car, Asian.
Classic.
Just painting a picture.
Well, I mean,
Hello Kitty.
It
would be weird
Kitty.
if they weren't Asian, actually.
Yeah.
Just a white guy with a Hello Kitty. He
just a guy in a
drives
suit.
Off. Yeah. Mr. Smith from The Matrix. Yeah, the homeless guy, he's my lawyer. So he's like, are you hurt? Are you okay? I'm like, should I answer that? He's like, I don't know, man. I wouldn't.
Give me $5 and I'll tell you.
Yeah. I got a riddle. One kid gets hit by a car. How much money can we get out of this family? And that guy, so the guy gets out of the car and he's so like apologetic. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm just trying to fix my bike also because the wheel's not turning.
Ooh.
So I gotta, kind of rearrange it and get it fixed. And my hands are now covered in like black oil from the chain.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the streets in your hands.
No.
All the asphalt and the blood.
No, I was wearing gloves.
Making you half granite.
No.
Oh, you wearing gloves? Nice. That's great.
Yeah, I'm wearing gloves. I'm the best guy to hit though because as soon as the guy got out, because I could tell how apologetic he was. Obviously, he didn't mean to hit me.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, it's okay, man. Just like watch out next time." I'm just like trying to please.
Here's $100. I feel bad for you.
Here's some money. Did I get any blood on your car?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Do you want me to detail it a little bit?
Yeah.
Add an extra little cat on there?
Let's
How's the kitty? Still saying hello? Did I make it angry? Is it
still purring?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Its fur is up.
So I got his number. We exchanged info, and he's like, do you need to go to the hospital or anything? I'm like, no. And then everyone I told this story to, they were like, oh, dude, you got to like put a fake neck brace on. Like, you got to get this guy. You can get like $40,000 out of this.
You got to go and
I'm
say,
not doing that.
I was coming out of Subway, and this guy in his Porsche hit me and then came out and said, MAGA. What, the Jussie Smollett thing.
Oh, yeah,
This is MAGA country.
Yeah, I'm not trying to orchestrate a scam here.
Yeah.
Like, the one thing I'm going to do, I think, is my brakes were already broken, the front brakes, because someone, I think, tried to steal. I don't know. Someone, like, fucked up my front brakes.
Tried to take the copper out of your brakes.
I have no idea. But I think I'm going to go to the bike shop, get that fixed, and then send him that bill.
Sure.
Because it could have been broken there.
Yeah, definitely.
I've always dreamed of that, is like somebody hitting my car and then getting another part of my car fixed.
Mm-hmm. You could probably get
like
another...
a fender bender, and I'm like, dude, my stereo's broken.
What the hell?
It's fucked up.
You hit me and my seat got coffee on it.
My subwoofer disappeared.
Yeah.
I don't even have plasmas in the back headrest anymore.
My nitrous is gone.
What the fuck?
Dude, my aquarium's missing.
Where'd the jacuzzi go? I got to call Exhibit ASAP.
Right now.
Yeah.
You probably could get a new bike.
Maybe.
You got to be like, dude, they totaled it.
I biked away.
It was unsalvageable.
I biked away. And
yeah.
then Santiago was like, yeah, you could just say the wheel fell off. I'm like, I'm not trying to fuck this guy's life up. Although I have been having, like, as the night went on, the pain started surfacing, and I started aching, and because the adrenaline's wearing off.
Yeah.
So now I'm, like, sore. I'm like, oh, yeah, I feel like I got hit by a car.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a nice guy, too, but yeah, you should. I don't think you would have any problem. I feel like somebody who hits somebody with a car, if you say, dude, I need a new bike, I feel like it'd be tougher to be like, really?
Right.
I hit you with my car and you need a new bike all of a sudden?
Come on, dude.
Let's bring it in.
Yeah.
I've fixed a bike or two.
Let's not be greedy.
Yeah.
I was thinking about texting him last night as the ache was setting in, but it was like 2 a.m. I'm like, I'm not trying to drunk text this guy.
Yeah. You up?
Like, you up? Need money.
Yeah. I'm in pain.
Daddy.
Can I come over? Yeah. Do you have any Bengay and Benadryl and an ear to bend?
So that was and the homeless guy after this whole exchange gave me kudos to the driver. He was like, "You're lucky he's a good man."
That's awesome.
I'm like, "That's right.
That's awesome."
I got the city on my side.
He doesn't want to fuck your wife or nothing.
He speaks for the city, dude.
Yeah.
That's my arrangement. I'm like, "Hey man, I'll let this whole thing go if you just give me 5 minutes with your wife."
Yeah, like that guy at the trial with the gymnast doctor. Will you give me 5 minutes alone with this animal?
Right, yeah. Give me 5 minutes alone with that animal.
That animal right there.
They were a hot couple. I did ask because we were exchanging information. I'm like, what's with the Hello Kitty thing?
Did you?
Yeah.
What did he say?
It was weird. The whole Porsche.
Was it the wife's car?
He was driving. I don't know. He's like, she likes it. I'm like, okay.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't need to wrap your car in it.
Weird.
Maybe he got caught cheating. and was like, "Look, I'll do." Because Kobe did that, and he got his wife an $8 million ring. So maybe this is a $20,000 wrap.
You're probably right. Because why would you ruin a Porsche like that?
Well, it's either you have a ton of money,
right,
or that's a.
He probably
guilt.
has other varieties of Porsches, other skins.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Change into. What'd be another one?
Other kawaii stuff.
Yeah, some Hamtaro.
What's that?
Oh, it was a hamster.
Oh, okay. How do you
Tuesdays
know that?
Hamtaro. We used to watch a lot of Toonami.
Oh, cool.
Thursdays Big O. What's the one you were watching? Fridays Attack on Titan.
One Piece.
Yeah.
Naruto. He's probably got a Naruto for him.
Definitely.
With his face on the hood and then each arm in the V formation on each side of the car.
There's the tails that come off the bumper.
Yeah. Cans. It's the nine-tailed Porsche.
And every other week we go King of the Hill because that's just a good show. It's a good show. It shouldn't have been canceled.
Doesn't have much to do with our culture, but we love it.
Love propane.
Yeah, so I got hit by a car. But anyway, we're talking about Marie Antoinette today.
Yeah, we're back. We have a consistent little theme here. Last week we covered Stanislaus, and today we're staying within the same time period and speaking about Marie Antoinette.
And last week was a lot of history.
Yeah.
And so if you want to know about the French Revolution, just give last week's episode a spin. My girlfriend was like, I realized listening to the episode, I don't really care about history. that's what Molly said. I'm like, honestly, fair.
Yeah.
We had a lot of, honestly, you could have used that to like study for your test about the French Revolution.
Yeah, we'll get funny, but sometimes there's just a lot.
We'll get funny.
We'll get
Guys, trust us.
We're going to get funny.
Trust us.
No, it's just tough because there's so much.
Just trying to find that balance,
Yeah.
Got to find that balance for the people. But I love the pod. I love hanging out with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good time.
We're in
we're in your new apartment.
Yeah, we're in our new apartment. It's crazy. Last time I didn't have roommates, which meant I lived with a girlfriend, was 8 years ago. I've had roommates for 8 years.
Damn.
I've lived in basements, grandma's homes, one-car garages, and for the past 3 years, I live with two people from Colombia who are great, but it's like you can't be living with your girlfriend and two roommates. So this is the first time since I was 22 that I've been on my own, and we're up against we got no furniture in here, so it's good for a pod. We got the green screen taped to the wall.
Oh yeah, baby. This is ground zero for success.
Yep.
We're lifting off right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the plane hits and the rebirth begins.
Yeah, Freedom Pod.
Yep. Freedom Pod. we are renaming the pod to Freedom Pod.
That would be a funny. You guys listen to Freedom Pod? It would be funny.
No. Of course I don't.
You're missing out.
I don't know, dude. It's pretty good.
We could have a little side
Talk
pod.
a lot about liberty.
Yeah, in the pursuit
of happiness. Sleeping in bathrooms and doing Rubik's Cubes.
Yeah, selling computers.
We're going to talk about Marie Antoinette. Well, give me some overall just thoughts on this lady.
So
because I love her. I wish she didn't end up in this situation.
Yeah.
It was really
Marie Antoinette, as we all will, if you don't know, you'll come to find out, she was the first and last queen of France to be beheaded during the French Revolution. This is my overall thoughts, is I think she's a nice lady who got stuck in a bad situation and ended up being murdered by the people of her country. Lady. But she seemed to be a very interesting, hot,
fun, cool gal.
Yeah, hot, fun, cool gal.
Yeah.
Would bang. Who just...
the stamp of would bang approval.
Yeah, I just don't think she was... She just put...
Courtesy of Freedom Pod.
Freedom Pod, stamp of a bangle. What do you think? I think we both think the same thing. She just got caught up in a storm.
Right. Yeah. I don't even think she was... I think we maybe disagree about this, but she was the 15th child of Marie Therese, who was the Empress of Austria. By the way, just to say like kind of what Austria's methods were for like conquering places or just maintaining power, it was just marrying. Like we think of the French as pussies. It's really the Austrians, because the French are out waging wars,
going to war.
Waging wars they can't afford. And Austria, it's like the country's slogan of like, let others make war. We happy Austrians will marry into power. Mm-hmm. So they're just fucking and sucking their way to consolidating countries and kingdoms and shit.
I mean, the mom had 16 kids.
Woo! Yeah, that's like if cheaper by the dozen. If all of them were destined to like marry a senator.
Yeah,
you will take. Like that's why you have a huge family.
All of them were born to be take over different countries, rise to power, do your duty. It was do your duty no matter what.
Yeah.
If you do your duty and you're pleasing God, it doesn't matter if you're happy.
But you got to give big props to God.
That was, I think, a direct quote from the from her mom, who will come to tell you was a bit of a tiger mom.
The thing with Marie Antoinette, though, is that she was the 15th, and I don't think anybody thought that she was going to be the queen of France based on her education.
Yeah, I think
she's the 15th. You're not going to think the 15th is going to end up as this huge important position.
I think it was just that she already had probably promised all the up to 14 away. And then France and Austria had no other choice but to kind of unite because of Prussia and Great Britain having an alliance. And she was like, shit, we got to do something.
Yeah, I don't actually know why it was her. I guess they were just similar aged, Louis the 16th and... yeah,
because he was 1, right? And she was like,
was
I got 1 around that age.
Exactly.
Marie Antoinette.
I just popped one out. Dude, Marie Therese was signing, doing state documents as she was giving birth, which you got to.
Yeah.
Your whole life is just, she's literally a queen bee.
Yeah.
Just popping them out, sitting there, eating, just in a bed, reload.
And
there's a duke.
The husband's out there.
There's a count.
Yeah, exactly. She's just popping out kids. And the husband was cheating a lot, and he would still stop by and pump out 16 kids with this gal.
Yeah, he couldn't stop.
Yeah. So what happened with the mom was the true ruler of Austria, but a woman couldn't have the title of the Holy
Roman Emperor?
Was it the Holy Roman Emperor of Austria?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, the Holy Roman...
Yeah, I think the Holy Roman Empire includes Austria.
Yeah, I think you're right. I was about to say it, and I was like, wait a minute. Those are 2 different places.
Yeah.
But the queen was the granddaughter of the king, but a woman couldn't hold the title. So she basically married, what was it, Francis the First?
Francis the First, yeah.
To kind of just take the title, but she was the one pulling all the strings, signing all the deals, popping out all the kids. He was going around gambling, fucking whores, having
Hunting.
fun.
Yeah, he's fun dad.
They're like, he was a very fun dad around the kids. And I was like, oh, I wonder why. Maybe because he was living the greatest life of all time, going around fucking girls, winning gambling matches, and they're like...
shooting geese.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Can't imagine why he'd be fun around the kids.
He didn't love her, though.
That he sees every other weekend when he's not banging some new broad.
Yeah, he didn't love Therese, which is a bummer.
And she loved him,
I know.
apparently.
That's probably why she was so guys, you've got to fucking marry whoever I tell you to. All right, look at my life. It's not great.
Yeah.
That's how we do marriage here. One person's always unhappy. That's what marriage is.
I could see that. That's the same thing. People that I think are career focused, that's where they're getting their love and all their life source.
Yeah. If Francis was, I don't know. I'm wondering if Francis was a little more, loving to her. If things would have been different.
She would have been a little less cold.
It's always weird. It's I feel like one side person in a main person's life could change the course of history.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he at least seemed to show affection for her.
Yeah.
But it was also I wonder how much was tolerated, because people had palaces for their mistresses on their property. They're like, this is our palace. That's the backyard. There's the mistress house. That's where the gardeners live.
That was in France, though. I don't know. The difference between Austria and France, which is important, and is a big reason why Marie Antoinette really fumbles when she gets to France.
Yeah.
In Versailles, it's almost like you're like a living museum.
Yes. It's
everything from waking up to bathing, literally everything you do, even when they get married. Everyone gathers and watches them get into bed together.
We'll get into it when Marie Antoinette gave birth. It was a public affair.
Oh, jeez.
There were even chimney sweeps who got on the roof just to get a bird's eye view of that snatch giving birth.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was a whole thing.
I'm wondering if they even had, because when you give birth, the physician pitches a little tent over the legs.
Yeah.
I bet that would have been.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been not
probably
part of the protocol.
Pitching a magnifying glass over that thing so everybody could see. Yeah. I mean, everything is
just
very...
a bunch of mirrors to get everyone's angling, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just get a stream of sunlight cinching that thing.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry.
I mean, 15 minutes in, we're talking about burning vaginas.
Hey, this is Freedom Pod.
Yeah, you're right. Freedom Pod. There's no rules.
Land of the free.
Home of the pod.
Burnt to the vag. Vag of the burnt.
But
yeah, so
wait, I had something.
Okay.
You go ahead though.
I was just gonna go back to her.
Oh, the privacy.
No privacy.
No privacy. But in Austria, they had privacy. The kingdom or the castles that they lived in were divided. It's like the White House.
Yeah.
You live in certain places where people aren't allowed, and then there's other places where you can catch a glimpse of the press.
Going to McDonald's, getting a burger or whatever, but it's all planned out.
Marie Antoinette though had a pretty sweet life growing up because she was in Vienna, which is like a huge cultural capital. She saw Mozart and Anne come by on the Wunderkind tour.
Yeah.
6-year-old Motzi and 9-year-old Nanny. Which again, I mean, we were reading this. No mention of Nannerl.
I know.
She saw Mozart. It's like Nannerl was like the queen bee at the time.
Yeah, maybe she had a letter because she was a Marie was also a musician, and she was apparently really good at a multitude of instruments, and she was a good singer. They let her sing.
Yeah.
And so maybe there's a little diary entry of like, my favorite was Nannerl. I love the songs that she played.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a great life. They went on great vacations. I mean, they just lived the life of a royal family that was a little bit...
Did they go on nice vacations?
They had great vacation. It was lavish vacations, great clothing, always going and seeing plays and music and other things.
It seemed nice. It seemed like a pretty nice upbringing. They had like nice family time, you know? But when it came to like learning,
she was a bad student.
Not super
scholastically. She was great at the arts.
Yeah, not very book smart.
No.
When Marie Antoinette went to Versailles, she like didn't know how to read and write, which is crazy.
Which is in Austria, the capital. It was like most people knew 3 languages: German, Italian, and French.
Yeah, they're like, we got a dud here.
And this lady can't even. This lady was speaking, I think, in her native tongue with a mix of accents, but no actual words in those other languages.
And you got to imagine you're going to Versailles, which is all like pomp and circumstance, and everyone's dissecting every little detail. You got to think that people are just like, who the hell is this dummy?
Yeah, at least she was hot. That's what they liked about her immediately. Like, okay, she's cute.
Right. Her governess was a big slacker too.
Yeah.
Which starting to babysit kids, apparently, if Marie didn't want to read something, the governess is like, it's stupid.
Yeah.
You don't need to read.
Yeah,
Come
who
on.
cares?
You want to smoke a J out by the bush?
Come on, let's do it. Let's break into your dad's safe. Come on, it's cool.
You know that one bush we love?
Yeah.
Which I get it. Like, because I have to do homework with these kids that I'm babysitting. And one of the kids is, I didn't know. I guess word is just for dyslexic people.
I've done that homework.
Yeah. How have you done? You done okay?
It's tough.
It is tough. But I didn't know the class size is like 12 kids there. It's crazy.
A lot of hot teachers there.
Oh, yeah.
You ever go into
Yeah, for pickup? Ooh, baby. I'm trying to pick up more than just the kids. I'll tell you that much. But when a kid doesn't want to do homework, it's tough.
It's done. They're like,
tough.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't care then. I'm done with you in an hour.
I'm not allowed to hit him, but I mean, the governess should have been a little more strict. But I don't think she thought that this lady was going anywhere.
Yeah, they were like, look, you're
gonna be a trophy wife.
Yeah, you're gonna marry.
She was raised to be like a trophy wife who can play music and be quiet.
Yeah, play the clarinet.
And shut the fuck up.
Marry Louis, and then the rest of them will be kings, and you'll die.
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
It turned out that she was queen.
Yeah, she crosses the Rhine on a boat, and then very ceremoniously changes clothes, her Austrian clothes, and puts on like French clothes.
Yeah, and they give her a bunch of
and French jewels,
French jewelry,
because now she's of France.
Yeah,
but she did embrace that.
Yeah, she did.
She was, which is unfortunate because she, as we'll talk about, like really struggled in France, right? But she was very pro-France, very pro-France.
Well,
relations.
She knew what she had to do. I think when she got to the river and they started undressing her in front of everybody, she started crying. I mean, hopefully they told her about that. Hopefully that wasn't a surprise. Her first moment in France, they're like,
take your pants off.
Undress.
She's like, what? I thought this was going to be different.
Undress, queen.
You want the job, don't you?
Let's
you want the job, right?
Now
you want to be queen?
Turn around.
Yeah.
Spread them. Slap it. Okay. Queen.
Just a fat producer comes up with a little cock. All right.
You really want this job?
A disgusting black couch on the ship. I mean, yeah, I do want to be queen.
How bad?
Everybody has to do this. Elizabeth I, Catherine the Great, they all suck my little dick.
All the queens had one thing in common.
Their mouth all the way to my balls because my dick is so small.
Get to it, Your Majesty.
You ever see those videos where the guy, it's like, I feel like I'm representing the videos well. It's a guy with a fat belly and a kind of tiny piece. I want a meaty...
But he's like banging the girl in the hotel room or something?
No. Like black couch. Very
casting.
much interview. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those suck.
Yeah,
Do you like those?
No, I like a big throbbing.
No. Casting videos. I don't really.
I
think I used to just because
there's like some good episodes out there.
Filtering out what you like and don't like, and I'm like, I think give this a shot.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of good episodes out there, but a lot of times the angles, you're like, I think there's a couple of good ones, or you're like,
season 3 was my favorite.
Yeah, I mean,
Casting
before the rewrite.
Yeah,
before the strike.
Well, before Larry David left.
Yeah. No, I'm not the biggest casting guy. No. Why? What are you watching right now?
It's a lot of like. Big butts is big.
You gotta think about it.
I gotta think about it. Squirting, love squirting.
Okay.
Love just ladies coming. There's a guy like Close Up Fantasy, and then like just a girl just riding the shit out of a dude.
Yeah,
with
that's
a big,
good.
Big long cock. That's
big
pretty
butt.
nice.
Big butt. Big butts are
big butt, and then also like an athlete.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
can pump it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's all you really want.
They're out there.
They are out there.
Yeah, Rachel Starr is teaching them.
Who?
Rachel Starr?
Is she the godmother?
I would say one of them, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Rachel Starr.
Well, let's give him some credit.
Rachel Starr, 2 R's.
Baby.
Yeah.
Let's bring her into the light.
I like how a porn star will do that. Only like porn stars.
2 R's, right?
And like the Spanish language
R's.
will double the consonants.
Yeah.
There's the L.A., and then there's Rachel Starr. 2
Rachel
R's.
Starr.
Star.
Oh, she's my favorite pornography actress.
I love Alexis Law.
Is it 2 W's?
I
or
just
2
tried to
A's?
go- I don't know.
That would be like Norwegian. Hi, I'm Alexis Law. And you've been a very bad criminal. Time to face justice. My accents have just been going into German. Like all European is just eventually feeds into the Rhine.
And that's what
Goes
they would have
right to
wanted.
Germany. Anyway, so yeah, they strip search Marie Antoinette as she crosses the border.
Yeah.
No, but they deck her out in like a French. You're French now.
Yeah.
Right. It was like if you came to America, like what's that lady? Queen Harry? No, King Harry.
Oh, yeah.
What's the lady's name? Oh, people are screaming at their phones right now. Kate?
No, that's Kate Middleton is the other one.
Yeah, fuck, dude. I don't know anything. We got to cover these people too.
King.
Harry.
Is it?
Sally. Is it Harry and Sally? My point was that when Harry came over here, they didn't like, all right, you drive a Ford now. You eat hamburgers only. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
Don't let me see it. Here we go. Harry
you
and
shop
Meghan.
at Walmart.
If I see you at a fucking IKEA.
Yeah. Meghan, it's Meghan, isn't it?
Meghan Markle.
Yeah. But it is funny. They just she came to France and they're like French only. Even
French
though the
only.
Austrian stuff looked French, it was very like French fashion was the world
Yeah.
fashion.
Well, now you're not
If
only
you were in,
Yeah,
if
that's
you
true.
were hip, if you knew.
Well, that's what they were saying.
knew.
Is they're like, look, this is the best. Welcome to the top. What
yeah,
you're doing
they're
in
like,
Austria
this looks
would-
like what we have.
Yeah, exactly.
So put
Welcome
on-
to the real deal. We're going to Versailles,
Welcome
the
to the
castle
OG.
that everybody models their castles after.
Yeah.
Hey, you know a
The-
castle? We were the first ones to make it the shit.
You ever heard of gingerbread? We started that.
Yeah.
That came from us.
We
It's our 9th cousin, the gingerbread house.
and everybody likes it so much we let them watch. Even if we're pissing in the morning, we got a crowd. So weird. They had so
we
many
sell out
every morning.
every shit. 2 shows.
Courtside seats. You never know who you're going to see
7:30,
there.
9:30. We're adding more as I
Jack
continue
Nicholson
to eat.
is a big season ticket holder. It's because he's a lifelong Lakers.
You see him courtside at the Porcelain.
Yeah, who's there? Yeah.
He's right next to the bucket. Or the I feel like it was like an urn almost.
You see the stream going into the bucket, and you see him right behind
yeah,
us
he's
and
like just almost looks bored to be there.
yeah.
Like
He's got
why'd you even pay the
sunglasses
money
on. Yeah.
if you're gonna be here?
It's just
be
a
excited.
be a status thing for him. He's seen so much piss. It's like,
Yeah,
probably makes him nervous.
yeah. And then Marie Antoinette sitting right next to him doesn't know what to do. Doesn't know what face to make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's being just watched.
Well, she gets to France, and now it's like, hey, you remember how you guys were private royals? We're the most watched people on Earth.
yeah.
People watch us piss.
We're on IG Live 100% of the day.
It's the only way you're going to get followers, and people are angry.
Yeah.
But everybody's also watching.
Welcome to Love is Blind.
Mm-hmm.
Versailles.
Love on the French. Damn it. French on the spectrum.
French on the spectrum. Yeah.
So she gets there.
Are there any other reality shows? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
French Island.
Too hot to handle. This handle is too hot. It's cooking shows where you got to find which handle has been heated up.
Yeah.
Welcome to Too Hot to Handle, where the winner will go home with a new Prius and a burned hand. a scorched, disfigured hand. By the way, do you know that they got the smallpox vaccine because her dad died, I think, of
Yeah.
smallpox,
Mhm.
and it was really risky back then. And so it kind of made, if
I
you were an
was-
anti-vaxxer,
I
you
was-
were on the right side of history.
Yeah,
There was a different.
I'm probably too far.
No, I think you're okay. It was a different time.
Yeah, pro
Like, you're gonna do
anti-vax.
smallpox
Yeah.
vaccine? That's crazy.
It kills 90%.
Yeah.
And
You're literally entering a one-on-one duel. Your immune system versus this thing. It's like still half
blew
weaponized. They
my-
don't know how to.
It blew
take
my
all the
mind that they
bad
even
shit
had
out.
people trying to make vaccines back then, and then
Sure.
even more so that some of it was effective.
Yeah.
They were like, "This kills a lot, but it does save some. Do you want to do it?"
Yeah.
And then the queen was like, "I got 15 of them,
Yeah.
so we may as well
Why
put
do you
it
think I
in."
made so many?
Let's put it in the last half. I
Right.
don't even really see them that much. I can't really remember them.
Right.
Give it to them and see who survives. And like 3 of them,
Give it to the old unmarried ones.
yeah, like 3 of them died. I think. But
of
I think
not the vaccine.
And I think,
smallpox.
yeah, it was Marie Antoinette.
I heard,
and her brother got
three
it.
of them are neurodiverged a little bit. I heard 3 of them can't make solid eye contact anymore. What do you make of that?
It's crazy. Jenny McCarthy, huh? Just saying.
I heard Holy Roman Emperor Joseph II. That guy loved trains, which would lead to a dark future for Germany later on. Freedom Pod.
The eagle sound. Freedom in the morning.
Caw. You know, I think it's really bad what's going on. Sound bites of Trump.
Woo. Yeah, just sirens.
Anyway.
Okay.
Where were we?
We're in Dad dies, smallpox vaccine. She got
yeah.
the vaccine.
She got the vax.
Her and her brother were okay.
Yeah.
You know, in the video that we watched, when they mentioned that she got the vaccine,
We read some stuff, too.
Look,
we watched a lot of videos.
watched a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Bet you didn't watch them, though?
Yeah,
You're watching this one.
Yeah, and we make them better.
You're no better than us.
What do you want us to go back in time? There's sources. To our haters out there.
How are you guys learning? We're learning that. We're just like you. We also learn from
Yeah.
videos. We need MP4s if we're going to
On more popular YouTube channels.
Yeah.
And then we say what they said in our voices.
That's right. And we call them stuff gay.
Please subscribe to the Patreon.
Please subscribe.
I hate my job.
We need help. Charles, we're never going to blow up if you keep blowing up like that in that fashion. Go ahead. What
That
were
was
you gonna
only
say?
okay. Oh, so it was funny. They talk about the vaccine. They're like, luckily, I can't do that. Her brother and she survived it without scarring. I was like, what were they doing? What was part of the vaccine?
You look up smallpox? No, it's
No.
smallpox, I think.
Oh, okay. I thought they were talking about like the way they gave her the vaccine.
Well, the vaccine and the disease.
both gave scars.
The can.
Woo.
Can. You can have smallpox and not have scarring. I think she got it. Smallpox.
Yeah.
And survived. And then they got the vaccine?
I think she got it. They gave her the vaccine and she lived.
Yeah.
Strong
But
kid.
smallpox scarring looks like when have you ever been in the water and you come out and like 30 minutes later you're covered in these small bumps? You know? Sea herpes. Oceanic gonorrhea. Have you ever fallen prey?
You ever go into the ocean, fuck a mammal, and then you come out of the ocean and you're covered in their
Hey, at least it's a mammal.
scales.
At least it's not a
Their
fish.
scales are now a part of your skin.
Mammals don't have scales.
You know when you do that?
Charles is like, you're ruining my riff, dude. Come on, man.
Under the desk, he's killing me. They always look like they were having a good time, but if you saw under the desk, they were thumb warning the whole time.
I want a compilation video of every time you're just like, fuck, shut up. Dude, I'm riffing. Just give me a minute.
You can see on
Mom?
episode 187, the light projects shadow onto the green screen. You can see his hand fluttering, hitting his knee. Are you guys talking 187 again? You know that's not what it is. It's just
Episode
like-
187? We'll be
it's
long.
like in
we'll be dead
Wizard-
long
Yeah.
before that. That's gonna be in 17 years. And I plan on this episode this episode can only end in a murder-suicide. There's no other way. Because I'm not quitting. I ain't quitting on you, Ennis. And I'm not quitting on this pod.
And that's what Freedom Pod's about.
That's what Freedom Pod's all about.
Sticking around.
Welcome to the rebrand.
Back
This is
to blue.
day one of the rest of your lives.
Back to blue.
Back to blue.
Indians. We do gotta say things like that.
Yeah,
more.
I know.
It'd
Well,
be
the
fun.
thing is, we're just in the when we started this pod, we were in COVID times.
Yeah.
You know, so it was just like wild, wild west.
Mm-hmm.
We could do anything, but now we're like back in the public, and we like see people getting
Yeah.
upset, and whatever.
That's true, that's
People
true.
say stuff,
Yeah.
and you hear stuff, not about us, but just in
Yeah.
general, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, there is a climate out there.
Yeah, we don't want any fallout.
To falling in. We
Yeah.
can fall into.
Fallout 3.
Fallout Boy.
Fallout Pod.
Boy meets girl.
So she
Could
gives
she
him-
be any more hot and dumb? Marie Antoinette.
She was the queen. He was the king. Yet they couldn't consummate. Another year goes by. They still haven't tried. The brother comes.
Couldn't leave the penis inside.
The brother's asking why. He says 'cause it's shy. It's not a disease. I just get nervous with my queen.
You know, if you zoom in at some parts, he's actually jerking him off.
When he's really happy.
It's a carrot and the stick system.
It's like one of those step-sister porns where they jack him off under the dinner table.
He's stern but fair with him.
He gives him what he needs.
Right, exactly. Pushes him. Am I rushing or dragging? I should definitely start J.K. Simmonsing you more. I didn't even need to restart at that point. That was
just to keep the gold.
No, that was. I just didn't want to
gold in the safe.
I didn't want to get up again. I didn't want to get up again. There's momentary pauses. I'm just letting you guys behind the curtain. I got to restart the camera because nobody knows. I don't know how to do anything. So I can't just set it for an hour and a half.
I'll do that freestyle if I have a good riff. I'll be like, I did this last week. I had a fun riff, and then I was like, hey, can you check if my camera's recording? I was like, I want to save that gold.
Why would you do that? Because
I was nervous if I hit record, and then I go, is it recording? He goes, no.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Fuck. And then I checked my phone, and I was like, I got it. And then the crowd was like, what is going on?
I thought they were going to cheer.
I thought they were going to be like, yeah!
That shows how fucking retarded
and they were
we are.
And I was like,
I thought they would know how important that is to me.
Yeah. And then I was like, comedian. I was like, I just made that all up on the spot, and then I want to keep it. And the crowd was like, what are you talking about?
Up.
And then I was like, in the ground, and I had to save myself up. But I did. Got myself out of the grave.
Yeah. You got to dig sometimes. Anyway, we're going to dig back into Marie Antoinette.
Just like everybody else did. Burn. She was hated.
She was hated, guys.
Okay, so
stigma.
This was she was totally innocent.
She was a victim.
I am royalist on Marie's side.
Absolutely.
100% royalist.
I'm Jacobin.
You read
Marie.
about.
No, I'm
what?
not Jacobin. Never mind.
So Marie gets there, and we'll get to this point, but
Yeah.
she gets hated. And when you find out about who Marie Antoinette was, and then you learn that the public hated them, you're like, hey, fuck the third class. I'm glad they're starving. You're putting
Marie deserves better.
Yeah, you're smearing her name. She came over from Austria, and now she's in a totally.
Yes, we got to get into what she did.
Okay,
because you know.
Yeah, I agree.
She came over. She's a kid. She's crying as they're stripping her and putting new clothes on her. She's an inmate now. Mm-hmm. She belongs to France.
They go and they take her. They marry Louis. They're both very nervous, apparently, at the wedding ceremony.
Yeah,
because they're like
they've never met. Also, he's like 6'5", and she's small.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know how that's going to work.
I know. Yes, and she shows up, and apparently
tear that Austrian in two.
Apparently, you couldn't use that thing.
Yeah.
So they get married. They're nervous, and I think they watch them all go to. The whole family watches them go to bed, right?
Yeah, more than the family. The family, the court, the bishop, the doctor,
Imagine you're coming from a place your whole life you've been able to be separated from the public, and now you're in such a public life that they even watch you go to bed on your wedding night.
That is a weird moment when you're like, all right, guys, see ya. And they're like... And then you walk into your bedroom, and you're like, all right, we're finally alone. Like, what do you want to do? And then the door opens, and then, hey, guys, what's up?
Consummate.
Let me see the tits.
But she's liked at this point.
Yeah.
The public likes her. No. She made good first impressions.
Well, she's cute. She's charming.
The king likes her.
The king likes her.
Mm-hmm.
That's key.
Because she doesn't take too well to a lot of other people in the royal court.
Yeah, she does. She does a few things early on that sour kind of the old guard's opinion of her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, this made me so frustrated. When I was a kid, I used to have a big pet peeve about my mom saying that's really rude. That's a rude thing to do. And I feel like these aunts, the sisters of Louis XV, who consider themselves the arbiters of decorum in the palace, like thought that she was not respecting.
They're like, a queen wouldn't do
culture.
That.
Yeah. They're like, a queen would let us watch you piss.
Yeah.
So what's going on? Do you not respect us enough? Let me see that hole in the liquid which cometh out. You know?
If you're really the queen.
She hated. She was horrified that all elements of her private life were now basically spectatable.
Yeah.
You could just watch her do whatever.
These weird older French women.
You're reading in the garden, there's like five aristocrats like
just jacking off, watching you.
What's that book?
What are you doing?
I read that before.
Are you masturbating? Yeah, it's part of our culture. Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah.
So she does.
But everyone thought she was weird.
Yeah, because she's the outsider.
They're like, what, we can't watch you?
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know if you guys know this, but no other country does this.
Right.
And they're like, but we do it here in France. Also, she got rid of a couple of them. She was like, hey, you ladies are kind of old, and you're in my court. I'm going to go ahead and
I don't want to play bridge.
Yeah.
Every day.
I got this girl coming over from Austria. We play the same games on Wii.
She has a Switch. We can trade Pokemon, get them all. Fill up the Pokedex.
Pokemon Go for Psy is sick. This place is huge. You get a shiny red Gyarados day one. So she's in the court and she's doing some weird things like replacing some ladies. She brought her own chocolatier. I don't know if that was allowed. She loved hot chocolate. She brought her own chocolatier in to make hot chocolate.
Oh, Aztec woman.
Everybody's get
away from
hammered last night, and she's like waking up hungover, like, how much chocolate did I have? A lot of chocolate last night.
Her room smells like fucking Hershey Park.
Yeah.
I love Hershey Park. I used to go there all the time.
No, I've never been.
I think for like 3 birthdays.
It's an amusement park, right?
Yeah, it's roller coasters and stuff.
Sick. I love roller coasters.
It's great.
I get more afraid
and
of
some of that Disney bullshit where it's just like, we're about roller coasters and chocolate, dude. Get in here.
That's what you realize when there's the best.
On.
Yeah. I don't want to be in line with Mickey. When you're a kid, you're like, that's the only amusement park.
Right, with all this other weird media and like culture shit. And it's just like, give me coasters, dude.
Yeah, give me Six Flags.
Yeah, give me coasters and junk food.
Intense
that
coasters.
Costs like $1,000.
So much money.
Yeah. The wooden coasters really kind of shake your brain loose, give you minor concussion.
Oh, yeah.
It really feels like you're on like a bull.
You're like, this thing was built 300 years ago.
Right.
And you're like, oh, I guess I'll get on.
Okay.
Has it been up? It has not been changed since.
That's not so much impressive
as it is
worrisome.
Might be a ticking time bomb.
Those things really jostle you around.
I will tell you this. I'm also I love roller coasters, but every time I'm the person of I don't think it's on. I'm always that guy like the
you don't think the harness is on?
I'm like I get the most excitement I think out of roller coasters because on this I'm like I don't think it's on.
Yeah.
I don't think it's on. And then we get here and I go I'm falling out. This is where I delivered and then I'm like I'm in.
That's why from a young age you need to get so fit just to hold on.
I do think that. I am like
to the unclipped in
you
harness.
Look at the loops ahead and you're like this is going to be tough.
This is what I've been training for.
Just flex my neck and it puffs out.
Just imagine 2 battle ropes around you. You're like, it's no different than back at home. Fuck.
The picture.
I don't really feel that, but Marie Antoinette did install several roller coasters at Versailles. And people didn't like that.
No.
They thought it was way too, gauche. They're like, who rides roller coasters? Or what are you, a peasant? We just, the light just died. Should we keep going? All right, the light died. We picked it back up. We're here. We're doing it.
Now we're on to, hold on.
For continuity, Charles, put your hat back on. Now you threw it in the back. Can't let him know. Hold on. Was there a glitch? Was there a technical glitch? I don't like pods with technical glitches. They should hire Sean back. But hold on. So we were
roller
coasters. She installed roller coasters.
She was in there doing some bad things that the royal court didn't like, such as replacing some of the old hags with their nice friends.
Yep.
She was refusing to talk to anybody that was a mistress, and they were like,
yeah,
a queen
including King Louis's head mistress.
King Louis's head mistress.
Do you know that was the title?
She was like, I did not know that was
Yeah. It's called the
bottom bitch?
I practiced this. No. It's the top bitch. It's the HSBIC, head side bitch in charge. It's maîtresse und titre, I think, is the chief mistress, which was like almost an official title.
Wow.
It came with an apartment, a little bit of money, I think.
How often did you see the queen? How often were you in the same hallway? And you're like, oh, hello.
I don't know. Mistresses were such a thing. It's like I almost feel like queens accepted it as a part of their husband's job and perks.
But also, like, there has to be some human
of course.
tension when they're in the same room.
Of course.
Maybe that's why they made dinner tables so long. Keep them away from each other, like a couple of beta fish in the same thing. Yeah, but she kind of got to be out of sight.
Right.
Don't want to see her face.
Yeah, I want to hold up my fork and I can kind of just like get her out of it.
Yeah.
She's that small. She's a one prine.
Yeah.
Is that what they're called?
Prong.
Prong? Prine?
Not a prine.
Tine. It's a weird word. Yeah. It could be a tine.
Might be a tine.
Tiny tine.
Tiny cupboard.
Tiny Tim.
Tiny.
You just gotta go until you can't no more, you know?
So she's not even talking to the head side B.
Yeah, and we'll get into this, by the way. There's a real event, the scandal, actually, that Marie Antoinette goes through. It's the affair of the diamond necklace, which was made for the HSBIC.
Yes, made for her.
Madame du Barry.
Because Madame du Barry wanted...
You do better than that.
No, that's how you say it.
Oh, no, I said what you said. How is that different from Madame Barry?
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
Cool. Let's move on. And let's let the viewers decide. A poll should be up in front of you.
Yeah, the poll will close in 3, 2, 1. Comment below. and above.
So the head B and C, just to get a little foreshadow, she loved diamonds and necklaces just as much as Marie Antoinette loved all the jewelry.
Just as much as women love that kind of
in
shit.
General, because they've been brainwashed.
And by that I mean in general.
So Louis the 15th was like, how about I go and get you the best necklace that's ever been made in the entire world?
Better than anything I've given my queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
And then that necklace.
To think that calling someone my queen was not even the best position you had.
The best, but I think the cushiest position was the headmistress.
Think about this, and I think this is why older guys go for younger girls, is because like she's gonna appreciate it.
The younger girl?
She's not the queen.
Yeah.
She's like someone who's been risen just because of this relationship.
It's self-worship's involved. There's a power dynamic.
Absolutely, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would say so. I'd say there's a bit of a power dynamic going on.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's subtle.
It's just the king of the entire
country. It's just
country.
the king and you.
But he's a person, so I don't let it go to my head.
But yeah, I think he was like, yeah, I'm gonna like you're gonna like fucking freak out and like
you're gonna swallow.
Do the stuff I like.
You're gonna swallow.
Yeah, you're gonna be real pumped about it. Whereas the queen might just be, it's probably exciting giving a mistress something. That's got to be one of the more exciting moments.
Yeah,
life. Giving a mistress a gift. It's like, dude, I spent money, good money, a lot of money on you instead of my girlfriend. That's crazy.
And we're in debt because of it.
I can't afford this. Yeah. Oh, man, we're going to get into that whole story. We're not going to do it right now. It's going to be near the end of the episode. So listen close and listen long.
But the necklace was made, and they wanted $17 million for it. Yeah. Wasn't that the conversion?
It was.
You know today?
What? I heard 15 million, and then I also heard 8 million in different different things. But it was wicked fucking expensive, kid. And you know how many carats? 2,800 carats. That's a whole farm. That's an entire farm of carats.
It's a great harvest.
It's a great harvest, which the French people woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah.
I wish they had a better harvest, but they didn't. Bastile's got to be stormed when you don't have a few good harvests. But we're getting behind ourselves here.
So she's not even talking to the mistress. So a lot of people in the royal court are starting to be like, I don't know if I like this girl. Also, another thing, they were like, hey, look.
Oh, yeah.
She's from Austria. We don't like Austria. We hate Austria, but we only are doing this marriage because Great Britain and Prussia are now allies.
There was a wary peace.
This has to happen, but don't trust this lady.
Right.
They were telling King Louis XVI, hey, I know you're 15. And this is now your wife, but don't trust her.
Yeah, inside she could be an Austrian devil.
She could be a spy.
A spy?
It probably led to his being so nervous in the bedroom, which we'll get to.
I mean, we're getting to it next. That was her one job. That's actually really why people didn't like her.
Yeah.
They're like, she's going out, she's going to Paris, she's partying, racking up big tabs.
Yeah, she's a young teenager who's now the queen of France, and she's just going out gambling.
And her husband is not giving it to her right.
Yeah, exactly. So it's probably a combination.
And they have a strained relationship because he's so suspicious of her.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad for Louis, too, because he's just a kid.
Yep.
So he was influenced.
And life is a nightmare.
Yeah, he was influenced by his older, fogies being like, oh, she is a spy. You cannot be careful. And
but
he's
also,
like, I'm trying to get hard. And then also she's your wife that you're supposed to love, and she's pretty and she's nice to you. So he's suspicious. He's nervous. He doesn't know how to have sex. She hates that everyone's watching.
She's homesick. She hates the culture. Yeah. She's not getting laid. So she's like, look, I'm going to go into some bad habits here. I'm going to go out. I'm going to party. I'm going to buy diamonds. I'm going to gamble.
Cue montage of just her rolling dice.
Her just walking down the Las Vegas Strip of heel breaks.
Right.
And then
she's having wild nights.
And King Louis Louis the 16th is coming in. He's quietly paying for everything, taking care of it. Because for one, he's the king. What are you going to do? That's your queen.
Yeah, you
right?
You got to pay that bill.
You got to take care of it. But also, he's probably a little guilty because he's like, I'm not giving this lady.
I'm not giving her anything.
Nothing.
Yeah.
They didn't have.
They even had opposite schedules.
Yeah, their whole goal of
he's going to bed early. She's going to bed late.
Yeah,
he likes to read. She's dumb.
Yeah.
They're very dissimilar.
And they can't even do the one thing. They can't have sex. It took them 7 years before the marriage even got consummated.
Yeah.
And everybody, I think they both were getting blamed, but
they both came under fire.
Marie Antoinette's mom, being that helicopter, had spies in the castle. Yeah. And which is, of course, she shouldn't be trusted because she had spies and plants in Versailles. They were reporting back like, "Hey, your daughter's not giving it up," and she's like, "What the hell?" Imagine this mom who just popped out 16 kids, being like, "What do you mean she's not having sex?
Can't give one?
You can't even give one kid."
All I've been doing is
when I was 15, I had 13 kids.
Yeah, it's a great point.
You are the worst. She's like, you're dumb. You didn't know how to read. I knew this was. Why did it have to be you?
You were born to get dumped in, babe.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's all you are at this point.
Yeah.
You can't even do that right? She was writing letters like, you dumb slut.
is what I wish I could call you,
And
but I can't.
You're a prude little queen.
Yeah.
Aren't you?
Come on.
Pop out
You're
7
ruining
kids.
this relationship. She's like, you're not putting out for this guy?
He's the
She's
king.
like, his dick's so big and it's all covered in foreskin.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, Marie Antoinette answered back and was like, I can't believe you're talking to me like this.
Right, yeah.
She kind of stood a little bit of her mom in her that way.
Yeah,
to
she's
answer
like,
back.
no wonder Dad doesn't spend time with you.
Yeah. She's so mean. you probably yell at him if he gets soft. I'm nice to Louis about it. So it takes him
That's tough.
7 years to have kids. King Louis feels guilty at some point and gives her...
Yeah, keep going.
He gives her this house that used to belong to the mistress. I'm trying to think if I'm getting ahead of myself.
No, I think you're getting it mixed up. He
Yeah.
gives her a garden.
Gives her a garden.
Yeah, which I've been to, and it is nice.
Wow.
It's like a.
Would it make you feel better than? Would it make you feel okay with not getting laid? That
It
garden.
make me feel a little better.
Okay.
It's weird though. This is one of the things, including the diamond necklace scandal, that really like solidify like this is an out of touch bitch right here. This is an out of touch, rich, spoiled brat who needs to do a little Freaky Friday to gain some perspective.
Yeah, she doesn't.
She needs to switch with a peasant for
Yeah.
a few days until the lightning strikes again. How does that resolve in that movie?
I don't
They understand
remember.
each other and then they hug.
Yeah, I think
They scissor and then it switches back. I don't know.
I think it's an earring thing.
earring.
Yeah.
Really?
I think it's an earring.
So they just share blood.
No, I think they put on the earring or something.
Okay. I wish it was much.
How did you get blood from earring?
Well, you put the earring in. I don't know. You pierce the ear. I don't know. I don't know, dude.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm cool smart. Oh, but yeah, so Marie Antoinette, like the king, because he feels bad. He's conflicted. This guy, he's emotional. He's indecisive, right? Louis XVI, we remember, is kind of a good guy, but he's torn. So he builds her this like very pastoral facsimile of the countryside in Versailles. So it's kind of like rolling hills. There's like a windmill. You know, it looks like you're in the country. And they hired, this is the crazy part, they hired peasants to like tend to livestock and cook meals and stuff. And it was like their own little make-believe fantasy peasant land.
Oh, yeah.
Like, imagine if like if you built like a Detroit suburb inside the White House or something, and you're like, this is the best, and people in Flint are like, this is not the best.
You're mocking us.
Yeah, you're not honestly accurate because
Yeah.
your water is potable. So that's going to be a ding against you. So yeah, the peasants, everyone thought that was very strange, but I think it speaks to Marie Antoinette's like yearning for like some privacy, the fun outdoor time she had in Austria. They apparently, when they were there, dressed very, white linens and just like had a simpler life.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what she wanted. She's like, I just need an escape. But peasants think that's very, very out of touch.
It is very. She did not recognize the plight that the rest of the plight.
The plight.
The plight. She didn't realize how bad the
You don't
peasants
want to
had
live with us? We talk like this everywhere. The peasants. Across Europe, in Asia. I was born in Mongolia, It's all the same. If you eat one potato a week, this is what you sound like. I had dirt for breakfast. And blood for lunch. She's making some mistakes as a youth.
Yeah.
You compared her to Justin Biebs.
Yeah, well, I think people, the royal...
She's a kid.
She's just a kid, and she's going out, and she's living this lavish life, and the peasants are like, what the hell are you doing? And she's like, what do you want me to do? I'm a queen.
Yeah.
I'm royal. I'm in public. I have a shitload of money. My husband's not dicking me down.
Yeah.
What do you want me to go outside and just go on a walk?
Right.
I'm the queen.
You can't do that.
I have unlimited money.
That might have saved her, though, if she was a little more...
Oh, of course.
Of the people?
But I think she was like in a binge. I gotta go.
binge of luxury?
Yeah.
Luxury binge?
I think so.
You might be right.
But so now what's happening is
filling rooms
the
with
royal
plush pillows
yeah.
and beanie babies.
Yeah, coming home, just everything's made out of gold.
Yeah,
You're
Louis
like, you're
like,
overdoing
what
it.
the fuck, dude?
Gold toilet, Marie.
I was gone for a day.
You spent all
There's
the
6 jet skis in the driveway.
Another Mini Cooper.
I needed one in Aussie colors.
Somebody return this bear,
A live bear. Are you serious?
Marie.
What is this, Russia?
You know my brother got eaten by a bear.
You fucking kid.
So now the royal court doesn't like her, and the public's starting to be like, I don't like this rich bitch.
Yeah, they called her Madame
She does-
Deficit.
Yeah, she's the reason we're going into debt.
Right, which is not true.
No.
She's driving a Hummer, but you're waging wars.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like it's on a different scale.
She's leaving a footprint, but it's not a meteor.
Yeah.
Crater.
Yeah, exactly.
That France is spending on wars. That's going to drive you guys to revolt. So now Marie's kind of looking bad.
Which is a lot of just ingrained misogyny. Like it's this outside woman who's the problem. Which later we're going to feature an outside woman who is very much the problem.
And a crazy lady.
Yeah, fucking crafty skank.
Anyway.
Oh, Joseph.
So they're
having trouble with the kids. They can't have kids, and people are like, guys, this is the only thing we need you to do.
And also, this is getting around because it's so public. So now people are looking at her like Madame Deficit can't even get Louis excited. So now her image is going way down. They're like, this chick's spending all her money. She's not producing
putting out.
Not getting another.
What is she giving us here?
She's crazy.
Yeah, she's nuts.
So finally, they send one of her brothers over. To hang out. He goes, look, hey mom, I'll check it out.
I'm gonna pull up a beanbag, see how she's doing.
Pull up a backwards chair.
Yeah.
Sit in it.
Hey sis.
So
hear things a little rough.
What's going on? We're a family.
You not teasing it enough? Because teasing's an important part of it. She's like making fun of me, like calling me fat and my ears big and stuff. He's like, no. Oh
it'd be better if I could just show you.
Well, I guess you are my stepbrother. But Joseph and Louis get along to the extent that Louis opens up. He's like, hey, buddy, I'm having trouble porking your sister.
I don't know what to do. How did you do it? And he tells him that it's not because a lot of people were like, do you have a deformity? Is it a disease?
Let me see it.
Let me see that thing.
Whip it out.
Cranks it out. It's 10 feet long. Apparently, in some letters, they found out that he was packing.
Could have been.
This guy. Which he didn't act like it, this indecisive little nerd.
Yeah, it's a peg leg. It's as big, but it's useless.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he tells him, hey, I'm just nervous. A lot of stuff's going on in my head. And then also, I do it. I get it in. And he's like, how do you get it in? Like, what do you mean? He's like, I put it in. I stay still. Nothing happens.
I turn myself like a key.
Yeah.
To
unlock the pregnancy.
to unlock the baby.
And after 2 minutes, I say goodnight.
Everybody knows there's a safe in there. It's just waiting for my penis.
I'm turning, but I think the screw's a long one.
I don't know the combo.
So which way do I turn?
It is not intuitive. I mean, the feeling good. That's why, God or biology or whatever made sex feel so good. It's not intuitive going back and forth. Everything you do, you're eating. It's like you put it in and you leave it in.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You don't fuck your face with a sandwich and then you're like, I'm ready. First bite. You don't lube it all up just so you can gum it down. That's insane. So I don't know. It seems, but that's why they have to. That's why they, by whatever evolution has to make it so pleasurable.
Yeah.
Yeah. You put it in, you take it out, and it's like I might want to put that back in again.
I want to do that again.
Take that out and put it back in again.
I think I want to do that over and over until I can't anymore.
Yeah, but these kids are so in their head. He thinks she's a spy. He's trying to yell code words to activate her. Pineapple. Sunscreen. Two things he probably didn't know what they were.
Yeah, to me, I thought it was like
hydrocarbon.
Got any more?
Tesla. Go ahead.
She's like, she's like 5'2".
Weirdest role play.
6'4" man's towering over her. Twitter.
Musk. Elon Musk. Activate.
I am from the future.
Unlock vagina. Open. Sorry.
A little bit lower in the volume. Zach.
Sorry, Charles is trying to squash me.
Don't want to get evicted just yet.
Sorry.
I also felt like maybe he was afraid. Like he treated it like a deer. He's like, I don't want to scare the baby. If I move, I'll scare it.
Right.
So he goes, look, buddy, you got to go in and out. And he tells him how to bone.
Right.
Probably tells him how to shows him how to kiss.
Right. Hey, come here. Nice. I want to show you something. Listen, you'll thank me later.
You can't do it on me.
Matter of fact, you'll
How
thank
the hell
me.
you gonna
You'll
do it
thank
on
me
me?
right now.
Grabs his king crown and puts it on him.
Yeah. So it works.
Yeah.
Joey leaves, and a few weeks later, Marie Antoinette writes a letter to her mom.
She's like, guess what?
Did it. It was great.
It was perfect, Mom. Which is such a...
She's writing a letter on the bed. Her legs are twirling in the air, just going back and forth. Like, Mom, he came inside me.
It was so good.
We have never been happier.
I love him so much.
Joey loosened the jar, and Louis brought it home.
Like he always does. Thanks for sending him. I was stubborn. You were right.
Yep.
He changed.
Joey the jar loosener. It could have been his. You know, she got pregnant pretty soon after his visit.
Well, he said, she wrote a letter saying, I don't feel pregnant yet, but I think it's going to be soon.
Right.
Hopefully before my 16th birthday. Jesus Christ, they were young. Yeah. And she does get pregnant.
Can't even vote.
Yeah. She does have a baby. I think it's a daughter first.
Plops out a girl.
But another thing that happened, everything's in public. Everybody watched her give birth.
Oh, it's awful.
This is like a whale on the beach. Everybody's crowding around watching it live.
Don't get too close. It'll blow up.
A lot of gas in
the
there.
Gases, yeah. The doctor's just like poking holes in her. Just you got to relieve some of the pressure. That's terrible.
So it gets so many people get in there wherever she's giving birth. I don't know if it was in this. You know why they did this in public too? Was to make sure it wasn't an imposter baby. I swear to God, it was like
comes out with a mustache and glasses.
Yeah. My thing was like, or if like somebody like immediately grabbed it and switched it. Like there was somebody under the bed. Like what if they did that in their bedroom and there was somebody? You only got it's like a bank heist.
Yeah, she has the substitute baby like taped under her butt,
and then it's like they hit the thing and it flips, and then that baby goes flying and somebody grabs it.
Somebody fires a gun like behind. Everyone's like, and then they do the swap. Imposter baby. Well, I mean it's high stakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're producing an heir.
Yeah, so you can't be switched around.
Mm-hmm.
And because if you found out to be royal,
honestly, I respect that.
It's good.
They didn't have videotapes, you know. That's wild.
Yeah, they probably just had a lot of lifeguards on high chairs watching, making sure no baby was switched.
Flag signals. Good.
I bet everybody who had a baby wasn't invited, just to make measures safe, you know?
Any baby
so no baby in the vicinity.
Right.
Yeah. It's a baby-free zone.
Let me see your papers. Yep, I need to see the text from the nanny.
So many people came to this live birthing that the body heat got it too hot in the room, and she fainted during the pregnancy.
Whoa!
Can you imagine that?
Packed house.
Imagine being the baby, and and then just shuts down on you.
That's
the assembly
crazy.
line freezes. And you're like, "Hello,
what?
It's dark."
Yeah.
Lights just go off on you.
That's nuts.
They gotta send somebody in to save you, like those children stuck in the Thailand mine.
Yeah, they gotta hook you up to some. What do they do? Like Xanax.
They gotta give them like Xanax and like
ketamine. I think.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it took them like 6 hours to get out of there. Too.
Someone has that joke. Put me back in. That's great. I don't know whose joke that is.
That's very funny.
I don't remember.
I'm not funny.
No, none of us are.
So this is where the king steps up.
Mm-hmm.
The wife faints mid-birth. He plows through all the people because he's the tallest man in the land. He
in the back because he's so tall.
Yeah.
Like, why is he not right next to her?
I don't know.
Wait. I can still see back here. I don't want to get in the way of anyone's view.
I really want to see it.
Yeah, I just want to have the option to see it.
Yeah.
I don't want to like be right there.
I don't think king. Would you watch?
Yeah, I'd like to see. I don't know, actually. I just want to maintain that as like a sexual place.
Yeah. Well, wow, you really changed stances.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it more. You know, I'm a thoughtful
It was quick.
man.
I know. I don't want to see that thing explode.
Yeah, just give it back when it's she's back and ready to go. You know, I'll hold her hand. But
what's it a car for the weekend?
Yeah. Just switch out the oil and give me a call.
Return on a full tank, please.
Yeah. I'm gonna count the lips. Okay, I'm really gonna be looking. Is that a scratch? Can buff that out. It's good to go.
This thing's blown open. What the hell happened?
Let me see the puss facts.
It's driving on its spare.
No, this is definitely flat.
Just one smaller lip.
So
he bursts open. So she faints. He plows through all the people, throws the giant windows open. She comes back online, pops out the kid. Can you imagine fainting and then you faint and then you wake up?
Dun, dun, dun. Hello?
You know when you wake up after I've never fainted, but I've seen people that have fainted. When they come to, they're a little like, "What's going on?" Can you imagine? You faint and then what's going? Bah! There's just all of France is watching you give birth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's going on.
Fuck.
I forgot.
Oh shit. That's crazy.
So she gives birth, and now everybody's watching.
Dancing in the moonlight.
So what happened? She was known for having like this giant hair with different decorations, and
She's one of those girls whose Instagram is all nail pics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big get ready with me girl. People would crowd around. Are you going to get ready with the queen today? Yeah, we got tickets.
So first,
I put on my huge wig. Today, it's going to look like an eagle soaring through the sky.
first my 8 laborers, the peasants I've hired, who are the only ones strong enough to put my wig on my head, mount it as one would a moose head on a wall. She had boats and stuff. Yeah, what do you got about her hair?
Well, what happened is that
Holy shit, dude.
what happened was after her pregnancy, her hair got all thin. It went from being luscious and curly and full to be all thin and wispy and wiry. And she's supposed to be this like elegant, hot queen. So she turns to her.
I guess that's what she's supposed to be.
That's what she got to be, a cute little
Well, that's
queen.
what she was.
Yeah, that's what she was. And she's supposed to be.
I won't accept anything less than a hot little queen. Okay.
A little babe.
So she's got to be hot for the people.
So she turns to her stylist and he's like, I got it.
Babe, don't even worry about it.
We're going to put some wigs on you. And then this guy just got to go buck wild on her hair.
Well, you got the queen, infinite budget.
Started putting ribbons and jewels and live birds in her hair.
Yeah.
This is how big her wigs were. Some of her wigs were 4 feet tall.
Jeez.
And they were powdered.
That's a small Mexican woman.
Yeah. That's a Daniel Pear fan. I am a tall Mexican man. That joke he has.
Yeah. I am a small white boy, but I am a tall Mexican man. Latino man.
Edit that in post, Sean. Sean?
Johnny!
So
Favorite Indian tribe.
This guy's going crazy. The wigs are worth thousands probably on a loan, but they were powdered with flour.
Okay.
At a time where the peasants didn't even have bread.
They were
so this chick's walking around like, oh, you're hungry? Weird. I put a lot of flour in
shake my hair over your mouth.
Also, 8 eggs in the morning to keep it shiny. Right in here. Egg, steak, flour,
sugar, pepper, salt.
All things you guys don't have.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That's
so
wild.
A little bit of a blunder. When that caught the public, they were like, she's putting bread in her hair to keep it shiny? We don't have any of that to put in our mouths.
Yeah, that's tough.
Putting it right in her cabeza. The birds that live in her hair are eating better than us.
She's oblivious.
I mean, you should blame the stylist.
Yeah.
She was just
For
putting a wig
that.
on.
Yeah. You don't blame Trump. Blame the lawyer. Michael Cohen. He's the real criminal. He sent that money to Stormy.
We're gonna put.
If we should arrest anyone, it's that fucking Jew.
Trump was unaware that fucking Jew was finally siphoning money.
I can't wait to see what happens Tuesday.
Oh, it's gonna be
New Super Tuesday.
No one's coming to the show.
Everybody's
gonna be glued to their TVs.
Yeah, or maybe they
don't
want to
watch
the show, but they'll be armed. And they're like, "Where are you going after?" And they're like, "You don't want to know.
Yeah,
we can't tell you."
Are you gonna fly? We're gonna march. Huh. So it's a little lowdown on our wigs.
That's the lowdown. That's the wig lowdown.
That's the skinny.
That's the wig beat. She shopped at Flatbush a lot. There's a lot of human hair shops where I live.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
You ever gone in?
No.
You
I'm
should
all
just
set. Are you guys buying? Trying to sell my. What can I get for leg? How much you got like per pound for leg hair? Pubes? What's the rate?
What's the rate on pubes?
What's the going rate for a man's
the
pubes
price
around
per
here?
LB in this neighborhood?
Yeah.
Will you match if I get a higher one? Do you guys match?
Do you price match on the pubes? No. Interesting. Okay. Well, thank you for your time.
I mean to buy a wig. Go try to buy one. Just pretend you're gonna buy one. Just like I'm looking for like, and they're like,
just like long black braids. They're like, we have a lot of those.
Yeah.
That's mostly what we got. So crazy wigs, and she's popping out babies now. She finally pops out a son. I think the daughter dies. Unfortunately, like a lot of her kids end up dying.
Yeah, they're devastated.
And Stanislaus is, over there rubbing his hands together. He can't wait. Oh, I'm gonna be so fucking royal one day. I'm gonna die on that throne. So she's popping out kids, and she's like, okay, the royal family is looking better. I think we're doing good, but it's kind of too little, too late for the people. They've already kind of solidified their hatred of her. And I don't think that is embodied in any other anecdote about her life than the affair of the diamond necklace. So we kind of already talked about it. Louis XV bought it for the head side bitch in charge.
Yep.
And it was 2,800 carats. It was several millions of dollars, crazy. But the problem is that like the mistress is primarily Louis's responsibility, Louis's invitation. Like that's why she's here, Madame de Berry.
Yes,
right?
Louis XV.
Yeah. So Louis XV dies of smallpox, and then almost immediately the Louis XVI, the grandson, which I didn't realize, but 15th ruled long enough that his son didn't even get a chance because he died before. Anyway, so Louis XVI like banishes Madame de Berry, which is what an ultimate stepchild move. They're just like, you're not my real grandma.
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
Get the fuck out of here, Nona.
You never treated me with respect. Now I'm the king.
Like, imagine if you just got power to banish your stepmom. That's pretty sweet.
I mean, a lot of them would not be around anymore. I think worldwide.
Yeah, Chuck would be exercising the veto quite heavily. She's got a big AGTX.
Yeah.
When they walk in the door. No. Wrong. I don't know why I went. I guess if I try to do the AGT buzzer and say no, it does sound like Trump. No. Be the funniest one to die.
So
that's such a good bit.
Spikes. So what happens is the people who made the jewelers who made the necklace were not able to sell it to King Louis before he died. So now these jewelers
No, they're still making it. It's been commissioned. And they don't just have these diamonds on hand. They got to like ask their friends. They have a collection pot going. They're trying to source diamonds from everybody they know.
Yeah.
Because this thing is made of like hundreds of diamonds that they don't have in the shop just laying around. And they extend their own line of credit. They go into debt, the jewelers, because they're like, oh, well, no way the king won't be able to pay for this. Well, he'll just get us back. But then smallpox comes along.
I bet they were like, as soon as it happened, they were like, we forgot. It was right there. Smallpox is going around. It's the biggest epidemic in history.
We didn't account for smallpox.
The king never dies. No, the king always dies. Oh.
That's why we all pray, long live the king, because we know he's not going to.
Right. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So now these jewelers are...
Yeah, they're up shit creek with a boat full of diamonds, no paddle. They're getting weighed down. They don't know what to do.
So they're like, okay, well, how about we try to sell it to the new queen?
Yeah, so let's sell it to Marie Antoinette. And Marie Antoinette's like, I don't want that horse harness, dude. Fucking...
Also, it was about to be on a whore that I hate.
Yeah.
I don't want you to... I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to hand-me-down this thing.
So Marie Antoinette just flat out denied it. She's like, this is a very pretty necklace. It was made for a whore. I don't want it.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I already got enough bad press. I don't need to be buying a... Actually, at the time, she said... We have much more use for 74s or something.
Yeah, it was a war boat.
This was a type of ship.
Yeah, gunship.
Yeah, gunship.
They're like, we could buy a gunship with that, right, King? Because we're in so much war.
Right. Well, that kind of proved that she knew what was going on. You know, she's like, I don't need this. You know, so she's starting to get acclimated to like, I got to be a queen. Because also after a quick sidebar, after she gives birth, her hair starts going, and then Louis kind of loses it. He's getting sad. He's getting depressed, right? And then she has to step up. I think she had a lot to do with the appointing and the firing of the finance ministers. And
oh yeah,
like she was.
She didn't like him
during house arrest. She was really stepping up and being the queen. But after both of them come, it's over. They both just lose it. Louis needed all the testosterone he could get, and when he shot it out, it was done. It was a bad deal.
He was a poor little tired boy.
Shouldn't have taken the deal from the banker. Should have kept that semen in the bank. Should have shook Howie's hand and got out of there. That was the hand I used. Oh, God.
Was that too vivid for you? You just created a picture too vivid?
That's me and Howie.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull up the diamond necklace stuff because there's some specific stuff about it. So there's kind of knowledge of this necklace floating around that no one's going to buy. Which, by the way, I didn't understand. So, the jewelers have a big pickle because they're in a lot of debt and they need to find a buyer. Why couldn't they just give sell the diamonds back from the people they bought it from?
I don't know. Maybe they're like, we like the money. It's not us, dude. You signed the contract.
Like, look, dude, 16 people died mining these diamonds.
Yeah.
I can't just
take it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very confusing. Well, maybe people aren't buying diamonds like that. They're like, nope.
Yeah, they're like, we were trying to get rid of this thing. It's
for
like
a
$100 bill.
Yeah.
You just get nervous.
Yeah.
You're like, somebody take it.
So they're stuck with, they're in debt, let's say, millions of dollars.
The Jewel Boys.
Yeah, the Jewel Boys are in debt. That's what's happening to these guys for years. Now their whole lives have become a mission, travel the globe, try to sell this necklace.
Right. So they're desperate. So that's one little chess piece on the board here. And then the real... I don't know who this guy would be. Maybe the queen, the horse. What do you want to give this character?
The horse.
I don't know. Yeah, the horse, because she's a whore.
Okay.
Jean. This lady, Jean. What is her full name? Jean de Valois Saint-Remy, and she later marries and becomes Jean de la Mort. But her name's Jean, right? And Jean is this lady who was born poor to an alcoholic father who would go around town and be like, yeah, I'm royalty, This blood, royal blood. I'm the bastard of Henry VI or whatever. And that's what was his claim, is that they had royal blood because they were of an illegitimate arm of a king or whatever. And so Jean, this lady Jean, is raised as a peasant and thinking she's royal. She's begging in the street, and then she's neglected and abused by her parents, which is a bad combo.
Yeah,
to be neglected and abused.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, I don't
they're
see
never
them,
home.
But when they are home,
they beat the shit out of me.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah,
they make me beg in the street for food too.
Right. It'd be better if you were like, yeah, they're abusive but dependable. They picked me up from school. And they hit me, but they get me where I need to go.
Yeah, I'm never late.
I'm never like waiting after soccer practice.
I'm always early with a black eye. But not these ones.
I'm always on time, limping in.
She was always probably like, God, smallpox always never hits the ones you want to, huh? It's probably just a common gripe that you hear around the other orphans that are begging.
Yeah.
Your parents making you do this too?
God damn.
Yeah.
But
it's like barking at a show. Food? You guys want to come to the 6:30 feed me? It's going to be live feedings.
But she got, Jean, got this squirrely idea in her mind that she kind of wanted to rise up through her dad's like drunken tirades or whatever. And she meets this old woman, which I feel like there's always an old woman during these times who's like, her husband's died, she has a lot of money, she just needs something to do. And that often comes in the form of like bedraggled young girl of unknown origin. So she comes to her door, this old lady's door, this noble woman, and she's like, I'll help you. What's up?
Yeah. And
what's going on?
I have a lot of money in no time.
What do you need? And she's like, I think I'm noble blooded. And so the queen, or this old lady, does like a genealogy test,
which I that blows my mind. Like, how does
really
that get? Takes her to a genealogist.
Takes
What
her
is
to
that?
the library.
Just some guy who followed the king around. That the person that they said, oh, he did fuck that night. I was there hiding in the chimney. She did get pregnant afterwards.
I am the keeper of the black book. 'Tis I, yes, and she beeth the one who came from that wench which we hadeth disposed.
Bill Clinton also visited the island. Black book made me think of Epstein.
Oh yeah.
Flight
Did he have a black book?
Yeah,
Flight
the
Logs,
flight
black
logs.
box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
many of those ladies on Epstein's island were black?
Probably. They probably weren't represented as they should have been.
Well, look, we're all about representation here.
Even on the island.
Yeah, everywhere.
So, hold on, I gotta pee.
You gotta pee?
Yeah, and
all
then
right.
we can...
All right. Charles has to pee.
Okay.
You all right?
I was holding that pee for a while. So now,
I feel like you just peed.
I mean, I'm drinking a lot of stuff over here.
What
but
else
I
you
told you,
got?
the only time I don't have to pee.
It's when I'm peeing. What are we talking about? Jean, old lady.
So this lady, she goes to the genealogist,
Yeah.
and somehow this guy goes, "You are royal," and then that settles that. So
Right.
then they appeal to it's like a little charity fund
So lame.
where they go to there's this department of
The Department of Impoverished Nobles.
yeah.
Where they like give you education and money.
If you can prove you're royal,
Yeah.
it's like proving you're Indian. They're like, all right,
You get a little spot.
here's your money.
Yeah.
You're 116.
Yeah. All the proceeds from these slot machines will go directly to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they go and they prove it, and now this
They get a
lady,
little piece of the pie.
yeah, they get a little piece, like a little whiff of the blueberries.
Uh-huh.
And Jean is now like, ooh, I am royal. I'm getting some money.
With the blue.
Yeah, you ever heard that phrase? It's because nobody's ever said it before. We're fucking making shit up on this podcast.
Trailblazers, guys. It's improv in here. True fans. Okay.
Oh, God.
God,
We're never gonna
fucking
make it.
kill me.
Santiago respects us. He's probably shooting himself that he's not on this pod. My next step is getting him out of the Tuesdays.
He's a dear friend of Charles.
He will be removed. Oh, yeah.
There's two prostitutes in this story named Nicole.
Yeah, weird name to have back then.
That's a nice name. I don't think of it as a prostitute name now. If
No.
you're named Nicole, though, back in the 1700s, people were like, fucking slut. Street worker.
The cinnamon of today.
It's this, yeah, exactly. The sapphire of...
What else could she be with a
1780.
name like Nicole?
Come on. There's only a few jobs.
Nicole, Mercedes. They all do the same thing. Okay.
So Jean's royal now, and Jean's a crafty little skank though. Jean like is truly like, you've read Gone Girl? I know it's the only book
You
I bring up.
always talk
I
about
know, dude,
Gone
but
Girl.
this is seriously an Amy Dune situation.
You're like a girl with a horoscope.
Shut up, dude.
Your
It's
Gone Girl is your
true.
horoscope.
No.
Everything you try to like, oh, it's about me.
This is parallel.
This is like Gone Girl.
Legitimately parallel.
Everything
to
is Gone
Girl.
Girl.
look, she's trying to get in the queen's good graces. She's like, I'm royalty, and I want to up this allowance that I'm getting from the Department of Unhoused Nobility.
Yeah.
You know, the people who clean our feet and put us in nice couches and stuff. So she goes to Versailles and tries to gain audience with Marie Antoinette and try to get like a bigger noble allowance.
And apparently you could just walk into the castle if you were dressed good enough.
Yeah?
It's like kind of like you look old enough? Yeah, I bet he's 21.
Yeah, she's got a beard. Let him in.
Yeah.
Or whatever. She's got a beard. Let him in. You're definitely misgendering once. You're fucking up once. Yeah, you could just hang out in Versailles.
I'll let him in, but you fucked up.
So Jean asked for a bigger... I don't even think Jean got an audience with Marie Antoinette.
I think, well, first...
Or maybe she did.
I
she
think
didn't like
she did
her.
get
Oh, she didn't like her.
Because Marie Antoinette was
She's like,
you're another mistress.
You're a slut.
You're a little... You're trying to cheat the system.
Yeah.
I think that was like... Because was she a mistress then?
She actually was.
So
yes.
she gets
By
married...
the time... Yeah, she got married. You're right. She got married to an officer...
in the military.
Named De La Morte.
And then she's like, I want to keep climbing.
Yeah, I'm trying to... So then she gets a mister, Villette.
Mm-hmm.
It's another officer.
Okay.
And like they live together, her and La Morte, Dan. But the other one, Villette, is just like agreed upon. Like, yeah, I understand. So they were married, lived together, and they were kind of all accomplices in this heist that they plan in terms of this necklace. Oh, so really the last key person here on the chessboard is Cardinal de Rohan, who is a horny clergy member. Mm-hmm. He's trying to get involved in politics because he knows that's where all the fucking happens. And he's no stranger to just laying pipe under God's watchful eye. You know, I think he's supposed to be celibate, but I'm not sure if that was
well, he was also denouncing a lot of the sex, but he was classic, being like...
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, don't practice what you preach.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. So he's trying to get into politics, but Marie Antoinette doesn't like this cardinal because he publicly opposed the Austria-France union, and like they remember that.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's trying to advance his position. Jean's trying to get rich and like closer to Marie Antoinette. So what Jean does is she starts putting on the appearance of of sitting at the cool kids table.
She had an agreement
like right when they got up, she would walk with them.
Right behind them. Like, I'm in it. I'm in the crew.
Yeah, there was me the whole time in there.
She had an agreement with somebody who worked the gate.
Yeah,
so they would open it when everybody's
coming out. She probably
blew
gave him an over-the-pants hand job.
Yeah.
And then he's like, whatever you need.
I'll let you, you want to walk with them? Yeah,
whatever, yeah. So the gatekeeper would, like, let her hang out inside the gates until Marie Antoinette's posse, which, by the way, like, that's what a courtier is. It's like part of your posse. Mm-hmm. When you're walking down the hallway, you got 8 people flanking you. That's the courtiers. So she's number 9. She's Mambo number 5, dancing her way into that little thing. And everyone sees her leaving with the posse.
And they're like, oh, wow, she's in that.
She's one. She's one. And she's hot.
Yeah.
And, so they're like, yeah, I'll fucking talk to her. She's hot and charming as well, but she's evil, dude. Marie Antoinette's good, hot, charming. This lady's the fucking Wario Marie Antoinette.
She's the people that the peasants think Marie is. She's the type of person that... She's the conniving...
She's the shadow side.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh. I'm trying to think of a
anti-Marie.
Antoinette.
There we go. Anti-Marie?
Anti-Marie. That's pretty good. I like Anti-Marie.
Anti-Marie. So
Marie Antoinette.
Antoinette.
Okay, we got 3 options.
Pizza.
So the poll will appear.
So now people are like, oh, wow, she is in that.
She's in the in crowd.
Rohan starts talking to her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's like, oh, my God, I'm like Marie Antoinette.
Like, I'm trying to get into politics.
Can I get in?
Is there anything I could do?
Yeah, and I think he's in a relatively high
position. He's definitely higher than her, but he doesn't know that.
He does,
and she's like, oh, perfect.
I'm going to climb all over you, dude.
Yeah, you're just going to be a little pawn.
You're a little stepladder to me.
Yeah.
So she starts fucking him.
Mm-hmm.
She really is going around.
And she convinces him, like, what was it?
The cardinal's like, oh, my God, you're in with Marie Antoinette? And she's my best friend.
Yeah, and she's like, okay. And he's like, look, I'm trying to get in good with her. She doesn't like me.
Yeah, and Jean's like, well, good thing we made friendship bracelets the other day, and here's mine.
Yeah.
And, I mean, she doesn't wear hers because, like, she doesn't want other people to get jealous, but, like, she has it in her bedroom table.
We talk all the time.
Yeah.
We were whenever I'm not with you, I'm talking to her.
Right.
I'm always with Marie Antoinette.
Lying 11-year-old.
And he's like, cool. Yeah, he's like 14 years old. How old is this Rohan? You believe in this kid?
It's crazy.
Okay, cool.
Now it's a hot lady telling you this. I'm like, what? Yeah, okay. Now she starts putting hands on you. You're like, whatever you need, dude.
Yeah.
So, I believe you.
And he gives her money a couple of times?
Yeah, because they start passing letters. Well, the cardinal thinks he's passing. Jean's like, hey, I'll start passing. If anyone needs a letter mailed to Marie Antoinette, you give it to me. I shove it between my boobs. It gets right to her.
Yeah, I'm the conduit. I'm the conduit.
Yeah, right. I'm the Pony Express.
I'm talking to the queen every day, and I'll pass your messages along for.
And then she starts accruing revenue from people. She like charges for this service.
Yeah.
So the cardinal, gets word of this, and he's like, I'd like to, have some correspondence with the queen if you don't mind. And again, all these letters are not going to the queen.
No.
She's using her other man whore, Valette, this captain guy who's like an amateur forger, write in Marie Antoinette's what's supposed to be her handwriting.
Yeah, letters from Santa, really, is all this is.
Exactly. But Santa's writing back.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not Santa.
So she goes, okay, Rohan, you want to talk to the queen? I'll get that right.
I got her on the line right now.
Yeah, I'll get a response immediately.
Yeah.
So they start sending letters from the queen to Rohan. Rohan believes it, even though there's a couple of mistakes that he should have been on the lookout for.
Yeah.
Because he was a clergyman or in the royal court. There was the way that the letters were signed were incorrect because they would just sign it Marie.
Makes sense.
And the way that they were coming in was Marie Antoinette of France.
It's like a full email signature.
Too long, yeah, and you're like, this is too professional.
Yeah.
This is a secret letter. You don't need to be. I'm being fished right now.
Yeah, get the logo every time.
Yeah, this is weird.
Yeah.
But he's too like, I don't care. I need Marie Antoinette. This is her. She's writing
He's
to me.
He's blinded by horny ambition.
Mm-hmm. And he goes, will you forgive me? In one of the letters. And the queen writes back, I'll forgive you if you pay
two easy payments of 60,099.
And he goes, look, I
Including
don't have that much cash, but I will give it to you.
Yeah.
And she goes, cool. All is forgiven.
That's a ton of money to fork over on letters alone.
Mm-hmm.
120,000 livres.
Oh, wait a minute. 120,000 livres. And then she goes, if you do that, all is forgiven. So then, yeah, 120,000 to clear the air.
Just to get a fucking meeting.
Yeah.
Because then he's like, I got to see you.
Mm-hmm.
And which is weird to me that he's like, we got to meet. We got to meet in person. I'll bring Mike's hard.
Do you look like your photos?
You're 18, right?
Yeah.
This isn't like a setup?
It's like one of those Sting videos. Who are you here to meet today?
Yeah.
The queen.
The queen.
Huh, the queen, huh?
Do you mean baby queen I'm 12XX?
Yeah.
Is that who you mean?
No. Well, that was me, and it is who you mean. Why would you talk to a kid like that?
So
you
what
see
would
those
you do?
TikToks?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I saw one that was a game show.
Oh.
He goes,
Fun spin.
he catches the guy, and he goes, you about
You
to meet
spin
this
the wheel
boy?
for the jail time you're
And he
gonna
goes,
do?
he makes it into a game show. He goes, if you answer 2 of these questions right, we won't call the cops on you.
Wow.
And the guy's like, okay. And he goes, who is the quarterback of the 19...
What?
I swear to God. He goes, he has some like real trivia questions.
Not even like moral stuff?
No. And the guy goes, I don't know. And he goes, oh. 2 more and you are getting the cops called on you. He's in like a tux.
Holy shit.
And he goes, he says another one, like, what are one of the judges of American Idol? And he goes, Simon Cowell. And he goes, oh, right.
Okay.
He goes, all right, one more. You will get the cops called on you. You will go to jail, pedophile, and probably be murdered. And then he gets him right, and he goes, all right, high five. And he goes, this is going on TikTok? It's crazy. He goes,
30 minutes before I post.
He goes, think next time about you want to fuck kids, all right, pal? It's crazy.
Is that fake?
It's real.
Feels fake.
It's real.
That's crazy.
I'll try to send it to you. But anyway, Rohan goes, I got to meet you.
Yeah, I gotta smell. I gotta smell your neck. I gotta feel your breath.
I got to see Wakanda.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see your smelly neck. 'Cause she wasn't as clean as everybody, right?
No, that was the other stinky one. That was Stanislas's wife.
You're right.
No, Marie. Don't you talk that way about my sweet Marie.
I think I have a crush on Marie.
I love Marie Antoinette.
Yeah.
She's not the villain that history depicts her as.
Yeah.
As I hope you would have learned by now. if the jury's still out.
If you're anti-Marie, you're crazy.
The thing with this whole story though is that it really exemplifies how well. I'll say that after we say kind of what happens, but. Yes, the cardinal's like, I gotta meet, and then the guy who's writing the letters, Jean's like, okay, we gotta set somebody up for him to meet who's not Marie Antoinette. So she's like, all right, buddy, Valette, go into Paris, find a prostitute that looks the most like Marie Antoinette, and we'll sub her in. We'll put some French clothes on.
Crazy errand.
Insane plan.
And then apparently he finds one that looks similar enough, which I think
Which is probably how she was advertising.
Probably she was like, you want to fuck the queen?
Have sex with Marie Antoinette.
Yeah, and there's another guy then. I look like Louis. You want to fuck the royal family or what?
Yeah.
10,000 livres, you can give it to
Add
the royal
Stanislas
family.
for an extra 5.
Yeah.
He kind of just lays in the back.
Yeah.
Or groans.
Give it to Marie like Louis never could. For a price that's right for the whole family. 3 slices of bread.
Louis there, but he's just there so you can kick him.
Yeah.
And like shove him into the corner.
You just look at him. You like that? So I do.
I'm gonna produce an heir.
You get
It'll rule this country.
You were out late last night, Tom. I didn't see you. I was with the queen.
Oh God.
My favorite girl.
You're spending all your money there, man. I'm worried about
Stop going back to Nicole. So then they find a lady.
She doesn't really love you.
It's Nicole.
Yeah.
And they go, okay, you got it. She accepts for like 5,000, 15,000.
Oh, yeah, it's another girl named Nicole. FYI.
She's like, I'll do it for 15 grand.
yeah, pretty, reasonable. They're like, all right.
And then they
we just got bankrolled by this idiot, so let's see how much more we can get out of him.
And they dress her up in a dress that was similar to one in a portrait of the queen. So
I mean, heist level stuff.
Good thinking.
They're really going for it.
Yeah.
They're becoming, professional criminals.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of how they're cutting their teeth and realizing they have what it takes.
Yeah. They're like, we really got something here.
So they get this lady in a garden, and they're like, don't say too much. She's going to know you're a whore.
Yeah, your smoky menthol voice is going to... Hey, Rohan.
Rohan. Hey, come over here. Give me a kiss.
Rohan. Over here. It's the queen. Really? Yeah.
You pay double. I play with your nuts. Like, yeah,
Is all forgiven? All could be forgiven. What does he want?
Hey, what do you need, huh?
You going to forgive all over my face?
What do you want, 69, 68, 70? I'll do whatever you need.
Come on, Rohan. So
show me you're a man. Who's my little Roman? He's such a romancer. So she meets him in the garden.
With a veil over
a
her
veil
head.
on. She has a rose.
And they talk for like
It's a phrase. It's literally like a phrase. She gives him the rose, and then she's like, you know what this means. All is forgiven.
And he goes, are you from Long Island?
Yeah.
And then
she's like, I gotta go. And then the servant comes. Dude, Valette is assisting every single one of these. He finds Nicole, and then they dress him up as a servant, as Marie Antoinette's servant, to like shuffle her out. And then Jean's like, somebody's coming. We gotta go. We can't risk this scandal. And so they all kind of depart, and the cardinal's like, yeah, oh, of course, yes.
Yeah.
Puts his dick away.
Yeah.
Oh, he zipped it. Fuck. He's just limping out of there. Okay. I'll talk. Well, I'll write you. I'm gonna write you.
And then he gets a letter the next day that's like, I apologize for being quick, but you know how
apologize.
But all is forgiven.
You know how these things go.
Come on.
I couldn't have been seen out there in the garden with you giving you my rose.
It's my only rose.
Yeah.
I had to put a fake in the jar in the middle of the castle. It's on display,
Yeah. Everybody knows that rose represents my purity. It's like the flame that never dies.
He looks at it, it's a dandelion with like a rose petal taped to it.
It's a dandelion. There's only one of the little things, spores left.
They could only find one petal.
Yeah. Oh my God, if that falls, she's a whore. The queen's a whore.
Only whores carry dandelions.
That means that's just like the hourglass for her eggs. When she finally reaches menopause, the last spore of the dandelion flies away. It's over. Now who's going to be the king? We got no proper line of succession. The monarchy will be in disarray.
Disarray, I say.
It will be horrible. The stability is in question. We've got no bread.
Still no bread.
Time for me to die. So they're writing letters, and she's like, sorry about that. I had to run. Girl stuff.
Being the queen.
Yeah. I don't want to say it's my time of the, the moon was out.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the month.
I was bleeding out of my pussy.
Rohan.
If you'd really like to know.
Satan was in town.
Satan dropped by.
Okay.
To eat me out a little bit. Why don't girls use that for getting their period?
Satan's eating me out right now. Satan's in my pants.
How are you feeling? Oh, my God. Satan's just going to town down there.
Satan is ripping me up right now. He is going.
Satan's using teeth down there.
He's not cleaning up at all. Things. Satan's biggest.
His saliva is fire.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's his worst trait is he doesn't clean up.
All right, so Rohan, they're writing letters. And then at this point, this is when the necklace comes in.
The jewelers are like, whoa. The queen.
Jean. Yeah.
The jewelers are like, whoa. Jean can talk to the queen and Rohan was just forgiven. Did you see that story?
Jean's like Mr. Doolittle. She can talk to the queen?
Yeah, she's like...
No one can talk to the queen.
She's like a Thornberry. Yeah. And they go... Then now the jewelers are like, we got to talk to Jean because we got to sell this necklace.
Right. Jean's the in.
Jean is in. So they come to Jean. They're like, hey, we got a $10 million necklace that we need to sell to the queen. Can you put us in good graces? Because she said no to us so many times.
But no means yes. So please help us out.
And Jean...
She clearly wants it. She obviously wants the necklace.
She totally wants this necklace.
She totally wants this necklace.
It's $10 million.
Yeah.
We have spent the last 10 years building it.
Yeah, we've been assembling it, and now we're really in poor shape financially.
We get till December, we're going to be put to the guillotine by the debt collectors.
Yeah, they're probably skipping from Airbnb, just trying to lay low from the debt collectors.
Yeah, they're on the run.
Yeah,
because they got a debt collector's got a guillotine, but it's not as good. It takes a couple of chops. It's a bad way to die.
It's a dull guillotine.
Yeah.
It's a butter knife, dude.
It takes a half an hour. I heard on one guy. It's the worst way to die. Oh
God! Ow! It's not even broken skin yet. Feels like paintball.
Jean, upon hearing this proposal, she's like, oh my God, I'm going to steal this necklace and sell off every diamond and be the richest lady ever and live the life of luxury that I've always wanted to live.
And I don't even need to fuck the king as the HSBIC.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to...
She's like, I fucked enough.
Yeah.
I just want to get my money.
I just want to relax, maybe go down to Florida, retire in Tampa.
Yeah, so the jewelers approach Jean, and this is where all the pieces start to come together because she's got the demand from the jewelers. She's got the patsy in the horny cardinal who's just being fucking puppeteered by this bitch. Just totally like, ooh, you like Marie Antoinette? Ooh, you like me? Like, just totally controlling him from all angles. So writes to him as Marie Antoinette of France, LLC, hey, man, I really want to buy this necklace, and I appreciate all the charitable stuff, and that time in the garden was super fun. I'd love to do it again. But if you would help me out, I can't, like, publicly buy this because people are starving. But I really want it. So if you wouldn't mind buying it for me in installments, that would be super chill. I would really appreciate it.
And you would always be forgiven, like no matter what you
would
did.
be uber super duper forgiven, and I would give you like a lot of power at court.
Yeah. You want that, right?
You want that, right?
All you got to do is just get this necklace. It's
yeah,
10
we'll
but
set
it's
you
cool.
up some mistresses, some misters, some boys.
I've seen you. I've seen you.
I've seen what you can do.
Come on.
You're
My
pretty.
cousin won't stop talking about you.
So
somehow he's like, sure.
Yeah, he's like, that's a great idea.
I love everything you've ever said.
I've never heard about it.
I was going to write a letter to you saying... I was going to
suggest that.
I was going to buy you this necklace.
I wanted to.
It's a month before your birthday.
So he's smitten with... I don't know if is he like in love with the queen?
I think, I don't know. At this point? I think he's on a... I feel like he's on a power chase.
He's just... So, but I got to give some credit to Jean because she set up this like weird installments payment system. So now she's defrauding the jewelers and the cardinal, but only is able to secure the necklace for like a fraction of the cost through the installment plan. So you pay the first payment, and then the jewelers just give her the necklace.
Crazy.
Because they already trusted the king once. He died, and they're like, yeah, we'll just continue trusting royalty to like have our backs. So as soon as Jean gets the necklace, she flees. I think, right? Yeah, they break up the necklace and then they go sell it.
Yeah.
And then the husband, the original husband, what's that guy's name?
De La Morte. He goes to London to try to...
I think his name's Nicholas.
Nicholas de la Morte?
Yeah, Nicole. I'm not even kidding. I think it's,
Okay.
Dirtbag Nicky.
Yeah, so they all escape.
City Nick goes to Nicky Downtown, goes to London to find like some merchants for the big diamonds, the big boys.
And then time goes on back in France, and Rohan is...
Time does continue to move forward in France.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard about that.
Meanwhile,
time goes on. Something we all try to escape.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of weeks goes by, and Rohan goes, I haven't seen the queen.
Wearing that necklace.
Where is it? Sure, it would look weird if the public found out that she paid all that money for it, but now since they don't know, she should be wearing it every day.
Yeah, right. They did say it might blend in with her overall.
Yeah, this lady's got a skyscraper hairdo.
Right, you can't even look at her directly.
Why wouldn't she have the craziest necklace of all time with 128 diamonds on it?
Yeah.
So he starts getting nervous.
Right.
He can't sleep at night, and Jean has disappeared. Wait a minute. The queen isn't wearing her necklace, and Jean has disappeared. Just doesn't sit right. Doesn't fit well.
Doesn't sit well.
Kind of makes my stomach hurt.
I feel like I've ruined my whole life. Is that what just happened? And then the queen...
The servant keeps coming back and saying Jean has read my letters, but nothing... She's not responding.
I don't know if it's him, or I think it might be the jeweler. Somebody calls baloney on all this.
Well... Rohan goes to the queen's lady in waiting.
What? I know. What is that, though?
I think that's the real lady.
That's the real
ear of the queen.
Lady in waiting. Waiting for what?
Tastes
News
good?
like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you can go to
waiting
her
for some hot tea. That's where all the birdies are. You know my little birdies? That's where they go.
Yeah, the
She's
secretary,
the
I think, of the
nest.
queen.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so, and Rohan's
Assistant
still,
to the regional queen.
You know, he's still in the thing. He's like, I got to contact the lady. I'm still a clergyman or whatever he is in the, what is he, a cardinal?
Cardinal, yeah.
And he's like, and then he goes and he spills all the beans. He goes, lady in waiting. I know you've probably already heard about all this.
Right.
You know,
Seeing
the letters.
and the Gene, because you guys are best friends.
And, you know, you and Gene and the queen probably all talk about me nonstop.
Yeah, you, Gene, and the queen.
But I just want to run this by you. Does this seem weird? Do you remember when the queen met me in the garden and, like, she smelled like menthols and sex? And then, you know, I bought
In
that
the
necklace
Parisian
for
slums.
her. Yeah, can you ask her why she hasn't worn her necklace? And where is Gene? Can you ask her that? It's just like, I don't know. I just haven't heard from
And
her.
she's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, dude.
And he's like, let me refresh your memory. I went down to the garden.
He holds up his cardinal hand.
What do you mean?
Let me jog that little head of yours.
So it comes out that...
Let me get a new answer from the 8-ball.
Remember?
All right, so all this blows up, and then the cardinal goes to the press or whatever, the law, the courts.
TMZ.
TMZ, right.
He does go to the law, really.
He goes on Joe Rogan,
Yeah.
and he exposes this whole situation. The king's furious. Marie Antoinette can't believe how dumb he is that he fell for all this. She's like, that's not my handwriting. I would never like a chump like you. You know, how dare you even think we're at the same level, dude.
Yeah, you're a 5 at best.
Yeah, at best.
Cardinal
On
Rohan?
a good day in a dark garden, you're a 5 at best.
So they summon everybody, and then
everyone's summoned.
the trial goes on. All the details are spilt, and then the Rohan has a choice to have this trial in front of the king only, a private royal, or in front of Parliament and the king. And he goes, okay, Parliament has been going against the king, so I'm hopefully going to be
the king hates me.
The king hates me.
Because I sullied his wife's name. And they were just getting on good terms, you know, starting to bone.
But the Parliament hates the boy in charge, so maybe I'll get acquitted if I spill all the beans.
Well, because he's trying to tax them, so they're like, they hate him. And also, he's got it's a lot of nepotism. It's kind of like a Kavanaugh situation, you know, or the lacrosse player from Duke or whatever. They got some friends in the high places. So Cardinal goes to trial, he gets acquitted, which doesn't look great for Marie Antoinette. You know, they thought he was nothing but an idiot. Jean and Villette and the prostitute. Oh, and we forgot there was one guy, Consigliari, which I thought was really funny. It's fine. But there was a guy, a spiritual advisor.
Yeah, that was...
Jean propped up to tell the cardinal that, you know, he should be going along with all this.
Yeah.
A real Adam Coons.
Yeah, and then the
know?
guy was like, mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's
Nothing but
absolutely.
good fortune.
So Jean is like a cornered animal. She's like clawing, desperate, just trying to like get out of this. That's what I hate about her, is that she's so selfish.
Yeah.
When she's gonna go down for this and like they arrest her, she's like, it was Consigliari.
Yeah.
It was the medium. It was who told me to build the house, or the ghost would come.
Yeah, I was being controlled by a spirit.
Yeah, I was being puppeteered.
I'm
by
one
this
of you
guy
guys.
the whole time.
I'm
and they're
royal.
like, this fucking guy?
Yeah.
The $10 tarot card? Shut the fuck up,
Yeah,
dude.
he's got a neon open sign. He's not real.
Get out of here. You got to
Yeah.
go upstairs, and there's no telling what you're going to find. I don't want to go up carpeted stairs that just lead to the outside. So
Jean gets sentenced to the prostitute prison. She's
Jean
sentenced to be whipped, branded with 2 V's on her shoulder, which
Kinda
was
cool.
Pretty badass.
Pretty sweet.
I'm into it.
Yep.
And I would definitely bang. Another approval of bang. Would
Another
bang.
bang.
So she gets whipped. She gets branded with V's, which French word for villain, criminal,
Okay.
or thief. She gets sent to the prostitute
Better than
prison.
getting your hand chopped off.
Yeah. Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? If you're trying to steal, you should be in France.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few worse places
You're
to
gonna
be.
keep your fingies. Oh, but she's sent to the prostitute prison. Which
Yeah.
of all prisons, I'd like to go to the
Sounds like Orange is the New
prison.
Black to me.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Sounds pretty good.
A lot of fingies going on in there.
A lot of dirty fingers.
Yeah, dirty fingies,
got a
stinky
lot of
fingies.
UTIs.
Yeah, oh yeah. A lot of forgetting to piss after sex.
Yeah, so Jean starts, sleeping up her way in the prison.
Yeah, so she's sentenced that way.
Uh-huh.
The husband was in London trying to sell the
He
diamonds.
was sentenced to being a galley slave.
Yeah, and he was in
Give
London.
this guy an oar, put him on the sea.
Yeah, but
he didn't.
he was in London, so he didn't get in trouble.
No,
they couldn't
didn't
find him.
extradite him. No.
One Rohan was just innocent, but they were like, "You're a big fat idiot, Rohan.
You're a bitch ass dumb
you're
boy.
a dumb bitch, yeah, you're the dumbest one ever."
Yeah.
He was just banished.
I think they just went.
He was
Oh,
just banished from
Villette
France.
he squealed so hard. He
They
ratted
gave him a
out.
plea deal.
Yeah. He just scurried out of France.
They just said,
like,
"Don't
"Get
come
the
back
fuck
to
out of
yeah,
here,
you
dude."
stupid bitch."
Yeah, you suck.
And the only one that was deemed innocent was Marie Antoinette.
Yeah.
Because after the whole, which was crazy that she was even on trial, but they didn't trust her enough. They're like, "Are you involved in this?"
Yeah.
Even
this
after
late in the game, I think I think she'd had the kids by then. She's been queen for a while.
Yeah,
now.
but they still don't like her. And
enough damage has been done to her public image that the peasants roll with this story. They just run with it.
they go, even though the story came out, it's kind of like an OJ thing.
It
where they're
very
like,
much is like
they're
OJ.
like, no,
Yeah.
you're guilty.
Right, yeah.
The public goes,
public didn't agree.
the queen
Like,
did
you
all
killed
of
that
this.
woman. You killed Nicole.
You killed Nicole.
You set Nicole up.
That was probably your sister.
Uh-huh.
And they go, you're probably banging Rohan. I bet Rohan is the father of your of these children you got. They start spinning a bunch of lies.
They do.
The public just hated
Stanislaus is like, let's test paternity
it was the queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, DNA test, please.
Yeah.
Genealogist.
Let's get Maury over here.
So even though everybody was kind of sentenced correctly, the public was like, it was the queen. I don't care.
Yeah, I know what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a bitch. It's a real Hillary Clinton effect. They're like, I don't like her.
No, yeah, exactly.
I don't like her.
I don't care how much hot sauce is in that bitch's purse.
Look, man.
She sucks.
The emails.
Yeah.
The email.
letters.
The necklace. Yeah, the letters, dude. Have you read the letters?
If you put that letter next to her handwriting, it's not that off.
Yeah, it's not that. You
She writes like that when she has too much chocolate.
look at the peas.
Come on. Look at the bees.
Look at the peas, guys.
Guys.
The peas tell it.
That's the queen's pea.
Lodestar. Nobody uses that word.
So now what happens is this is the kindling. This is like one of the final straws on the camel's back before the revolution.
Yeah, they think Marie hired Jean to be the middlewoman that she could take down, which would be sick if she did that. That'd be a genius.
And now Jean, after I think a year in the prison, was able to escape with the public's help.
Yeah.
They dressed her up as a civilian.
Right, she comes out in jeans with a softball glove.
Yeah.
You know, she's been changed
They
a
let her
little
walk
bit.
out.
And she dresses up as a boy.
Yep, give her the keys to the Subaru and she's out.
Yeah. She just walks out. She's gained enough support by then that, Jean's innocent.
It's like how people love serial killers.
Right. And this really goes, this is what I was going to say. This goes like earlier. This whole thing really, I think, captures that how much people hate royalty and how they think that this is kind of a victimless crime. Stealing from Marie Antoinette. Everyone was so willing to just be like, oh, yeah, let's fuck this queen over. And the concept of like an innocent queen to them at that time would be like incomprehensible. They're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, she's an evil pig. There were caricatures of her as a leopard, right? They said,
yeah, you're right. She was a leopard. Her husband was the pig.
Yeah, husband was the
husband's
pig.
the pig.
Sorry.
She's the leopard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people just really didn't trust her, didn't like her. And it's fake news. She got taken down by fake news.
Yep.
Just like what people wanted to believe, just sowing seeds of doubt.
Everybody was QAnon.
Yeah,
Everybody was like, she's a lizard.
She's
a lizard
a fucking
queen.
lizard, dude. I don't care what you say.
Oh, she starts every morning laying on a rock because she's Austrian.
Oh, she doesn't want us to see her put her skin on? Is that why we can't watch her wake up?
Why does she want all that privacy? It's because she's a lizard.
She's a gecko, dude. Get real.
Come on.
Get with the program.
Are you serious? Open your eyes. Eat some
Not
bread and
sideways
open
like
your
she does.
Yeah.
She's a lizard.
She can see at night. That's why she's out late. It's right there. No, this isn't like the last conspiracy when I thought the king was made of quartz.
Of course.
I thought the king was a statue.
I thought we had like a kind of a rock king.
Yeah, I was wrong on that. But
Okay,
this is right in front of our
Not everyone
face.
can be right all the time. Yeah, so the queen kind of got fucked over, and it was the kindling that like led to people. Probably what also led to people like, I bet she said let them eat cake.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
She doesn't care about us.
No.
She's out of touch.
Yeah.
And she needs to be beheaded if we get the chance.
Yeah.
Did she send an intel to Austria? Which she was. When stuff got bad.
Shit's hitting the fan, and she's sending out, SOSs.
It's kind of like when Cuomo got in trouble. Chris Cuomo at CNN went on to help Andrew. What are you going to do?
Right.
You got to step in and help the family.
You got to pull the ripcord.
What are you going to not? And then it's like, look, by proxy.
Not call your mom?
Yeah.
Call your mom.
Yeah. Send intel over.
Yeah.
And
get
he got
Joseph back.
Can you blame her?
But as the situation worsens in the French Revolution, for her at least, she does start taking more and more responsibility because Louis is kind of losing it. He's like inconsolable. He's depressed. He feels the weight of this monarchy way too heavily. It's like, lighten up, man. Come on, dude. Take a chill pill. People are dying, but like, it's a pretty cool spot to live.
Yeah.
So yeah, she starts becoming really involved in politics and really rises to the occasion. But that does not save her from being executed, I think 2 years after.
The necklace?
After the king. Well, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I think it was.
No, it's several years after the necklace, I think.
I think it was 2 years after the king.
The king's 91. I think she dies in 93. But do you know what she said at the guillotine?
Well, she apologized to that guy, right?
She did do that.
I
She
think
stepped on the executioner's foot.
I think the blood quote was during trial.
You might be right.
Because they go, they put on, because they killed the king with the beheading.
Oh, the trial. Yeah,
and then
they put her on trial.
Because they
during the revolution.
And they're going through all these, during the trial where they're like, what should become of the queen during the revolution? They start throwing all the rumors, all the gossip, the biggest one
Every
being...
comment that's been left on a video of hers, they're printing it out, and they're like, oh, your neck's fat.
Are you a lizard?
Yeah.
If your head grows back, we will know you're a lizard, right? So you may as well tell us, because we are going to cut your head off.
Yeah.
But they go, one of the biggest things they threw at her was, I bet you're fucking your son.
Ugh.
There was a rumor that she was incestual.
Yeah.
And she didn't say anything when they accused her.
Right.
Because at this point, they had killed her husband. They had taken away her kids, put them in prison. She's defeated. Now they're going through all these rumors on trial. And they're like, also, I bet you fuck your kid, right? And she doesn't say anything. And they go, oh, are you not saying anything because it's true? And we called you out? And she goes... that's a condition given by God, is for a mother to never want to touch their children. And she goes, all the single ladies, all the single mothers out there, are you with me? All these moms with boys are biting their lips. And then after a couple of minutes, they do cry out in her support.
They're like, you're right.
You say anything you want, but she did not touch your boy.
Right.
No matter how many times she was stuck in the dryer or stuck under a table.
Right.
Every time he massaged her, she kept it business. She was in the public eye.
Shoulders and above.
Yeah.
Come on, she was a good mom. Yeah, and then she said, you've taken away I was queen, you took away my crown. I was mother, you took away my children. You may take my blood, but at least do it quickly.
Because they're like, we're going to kill you.
Yeah, and they're like, well, fucking do it. Get to business, dude.
Yeah, she's like...
Louis said he was going to kill me every night, and he just wept.
Yeah.
He said he was going to split me open, and then he just stayed soft.
Yeah, you guys really...
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's like...
First of all,
I've seen this before.
He also just stood there.
The guillotine just like starts getting wobbly.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm nervous.
The
queen, that's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot. I don't know if I could pull it.
The executioner.
Hold on, just let me... Could you look away, queen?
Just give me a sec. I just got to think of something. No, you're beautiful. It's not that. It's me. It's me.
It's been a long day.
Me. Yeah, I've killed a lot of people today.
It's just...
So, and then she steps on the executioner's foot, and then she's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
I don't think I would have said that. I think it would have been like, what? Yeah.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do a little hand.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, just eat air pussy at him. Yeah, but she went out with dignity, and man, that's so brutal.
And then they cut her head off, and they held it up. Oh, then they held up the head like, ah!
Yeah.
And everybody went wild.
Yeah.
And then they threw her in a shallow grave. But
oh, yeah.
And then they just go, put that chick in a hole.
What?
They go, put her in a shallow hole over there.
Yeah.
And then while they were digging it...
It was an unmarked grave, too.
Yeah, away from the king.
Just in a random, like, mass grave.
They really hated her.
Yeah.
And she was just a fun lady that came over from Austria, not by choice, and wanted to be a chill queen in privacy.
I know. And then Stanislaus came back in the restoration. He's like, get my sister in the proper place.
Yeah. Was it, in between Big Macs, this guy was like, you know what? The queen should be with
Dig her up and put her where my brother is.
And a fun little fact, we know a little bit more of what she looks like because when they were digging the grave, they got a little hungry for some bread that didn't exist, and they took a break to think about food. They went on lunch break, and this lady came in and got like a plaster mold of her face.
Whoa.
In the shallow grave, and that's how we
holy shit.
Got a little mold of this chick's face.
That's wild.
Of her dead, cut-off head.
She's just waiting in the wings with Play-Doh.
Yeah. She goes over with a bunch of silly putty, puts it on her face like newspaper.
It's almost noon. Oh, I meant silly putty, not Play-Doh. I guess Play-Doh would
still
work
works.
Too. Okay, nice. Fondant. What? Paper mache.
Yeah.
Papier mache. It's probably paper mache because it's so French.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I wish more people did that.
That's why they got it. That's
who's that lady?
I know. What a hero.
She's like, I get every royal.
It's just something.
I have every one of them. Yeah.
I got it.
As soon as they die, I sneak right in. I put it on their face.
I got a rumor. Stanislaus has gout. He's on his way out. I am prepping the mache right now.
I'm super excited. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
This is probably going to be the last face before the king. It's over.
I'm whipping up a big batch for Stanny.
He is huge.
He's got a large, wide face.
Yeah, I added on a room just for him.
I think I'm going to put it over my bed. You know, just like frame to
frame.
frame.
Full of faces looking at her. Good night, guys.
You're going to watch me piss. All right, guys, that's been the episode. I think we should probably end it. You got anything else to say about, who would you rather be, Louis or Marie? Honestly, I might say Marie. Marie had a fun life, and they both died around the same time.
Yeah, I think I would be Marie
and Louis
too.
might have phimosis.
The childhood of Marie sounded amazing.
Yeah.
And she got to live it up in France before she met her end.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah. I think Marie's the way to go.
Yeah. Couple of Maries.
Couple of Maries right here.
Who are you?
Sorry.
Tell us when you join the Patreon.
16 or Marie. Yeah, join the Patreon. I got to edit the next episode. I'm like halfway through it to put it on page. But it's full episode on Patreon. Us catching up. Just
having a good time.
Shooting the shit. Thank you guys for listening. Please follow the podcast at overshadowed_podcast. Tell your friends. Leave a review. Please leave a review. I check them every day to see if anyone likes us more. And a few people do.
Nice.
On Apple Podcasts, at least. So go leave a review. Follow me at Zach Russell Comedy.
Follow me at Charles_Engle. And keep listening. Tell a friend. Share the pod. Tell your people.
Tell your goddamn people. And we'll see you later.
Bye.
Good night.